Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians had another comeback victory last night. They beat the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 4-3 to complete a 3-game sweep of the Halos. The Guardians have now won 7 games in a row. They'll try to make it 8 in a row tomorrow night versus the Kansas City Royals. The Cincinnati Reds also won last night. They beat the San Francisco Giants 10-9 and snapped a 3-game losing streak. They'll start a series against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field tomorrow afternoon. And finally, the NFL is getting rid of the Pro Bowl game starting this year. The focus will now shift to honoring the players selected. 88 players will be selected in the class with no replacement selections. This update is brought to you by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast?
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. Tyvis, how are you?
Wagwan, you bless?
Yeah, man. Everything blessed.
Give him the ding. Give him the
He's a
ding.
Jamaican now.
I don't even know what the... For some reason, this wanted to play, and I stopped. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I didn't... Could have said, Das Vidanyev, comrade.
Should that be a part of our new intro when we change it?
Yeah, that's right.
How often do we change an intro?
Once a year.
Oh.
Who's in charge of that?
We got a while. You.
Yeah, that's right. You have any suggestions? Feel free to send them to me. Anything you want in there this year? I mean, I'll start working on it here in the next month or two.
No, I love Dylan's part. Who was the top 5 rappers of all time?
That may never leave. That's my favorite part. Dylan. Because I spit hot fire. It's my favorite. How you been, man? How's the new ride treating you? We kind of buried the lead on this yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
This is a historic occasion for Tyvis. For the entirety of the time that I've basically known you, I've said, hey, is that your car? Or say, no, I'm driving, Cardale's vehicles, or I'm
It's a rental.
There's a rental. You were showing up in Ubers occasionally.
Yeah, I had it all, didn't I?
And now, yesterday, you pulled up in a brand new truck. And then I looked at it. I'm like, is that also a bar? And you're like, no, it's nice. I look out there. I see my truck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Tyvis has a ride. He has his own truck now. Not his wife's SUV that he would drive sometimes. It's a real deal truck that you actually have. Let him live.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Why don't you like it?
Because it's a part of his identity.
So the funniest thing happened yesterday. I'm sitting at the house and I get a call from Cardale Jones, and he goes, "Hey, I need you to do me a big favor. I need you to run to my house and I need you to go look at something and take a picture of it and send it to me." And so the funny thing is, usually I don't have a vehicle to do it because I'm using his vehicle. This time, you know what I said? I got you. I'm happy to jump in my new truck and go down the street and go do this for you. And it felt good.
I thought you were going to be like, nope, I don't need you anymore, and hung up the phone.
No, I wouldn't.
That's what I would have done.
I went to him like,
new number. Who this?
So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they was like, your truck is kind of bigger than his truck, so like he might call you one day and be like, hey, I need to borrow your truck. And I'm going to be like, you got it. What am I going to say? No?
Yeah. You can't do that after he's literally let you drive his vehicles for, it feels like a decade. I'm sure it hasn't been, but it feels like a long time. But good for you. I'm glad you got the truck. I'm glad you got that sorted out. Now you feel, now you can do whatever you got to do.
You can go wherever.
Wife can go wherever she needs to go.
Yeah.
Perfect. You can go eat Chipotle burritos in your own car.
We don't have to plan our days around
the car.
Like
literally, it's ever since you've been doing this show, at least, and probably before that, I would say things to you and you'd be like, well, I don't have a car today because my wife has the car. And I'm like, I don't know how you guys function for as long as you have with one vehicle in the family. That is A testament to your true love. Because in our family, my wife would have murdered me or divorced me.
When I started this whole journey of not having a vehicle, because I gave up my Challenger so she can get her now Tahoe.
Yeah, the nice Tahoe. Yeah, right.
Because, we was having another kid at the time, and she felt her Trailblazer was just too small for two kids, which is ludicrous to me, but that's another story for another day. So when I gave up my Challengers so she can get her vehicle, at the time I was working here, but I was in Worcester, so I was still using the Comrex. So I wasn't going anywhere. So I didn't need the car because I wasn't going nowhere. So, when we moved here, she worked from home, but my kids also wasn't old enough to be in school. So therefore, again, she didn't need the car.
Yeah, for the time you needed it.
Now that the kids are in school, and she refuses to let them take the bus.
Really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
No taking the bus?
I told my kids they better do what Spike Lee said. Get on the bus. And my wife is just not having that.
I don't want my kid on the bus.
What's with y'all?
I don't trust another person driving my kid around. That's ludicrous. I don't know this person.
I love the bus. When I was growing up and I had to start walking to school, I missed that bus every day.
Yeah.
So y'all need to quit this. I don't trust the bus stuff.
See, that's
the
crazy.
Bus is great.
I'm the opposite. I grew up not riding the bus because of where I went to school was this little Christian school that was not close to us. And so for the bus to come pick it, they picked up in my area, but it would be 45 minutes on the bus before I would have got to school. So my parents were like, my mom would have taken me. She's a stay-at-home mom. She worked from home. So she did that.
Yeah.
But my kids, there's a bus stop, go get there. And they're on the bus. They've been on the bus for all of the time they've been able to. We put them right on that bus.
You know what I'm interested in? And I need to ask my wife this. If my wife had to take the bus, like Coda, to her destination, would she know how to do it? Because I feel like that's something that all people should know how to do is how to take the bus.
Public transportation, you're right.
With smartphones now, it's not hard.
What are you talking about?
Oh, to get on Coda,
to figure out what your route should be if you're in New York and want to get on the subway, or you're here and you want to do the Coda bus.
Well,
I'm sure in the 90s and prior to, you had to have some, common sense to follow the train lines and the bus lines and stuff. But I feel like now you can just have your phone map it out for you, and all you got to do is pay attention.
Yeah,
which I'm sure some people can't do.
No, Dylan, this is the problem. This is why the boomers hate us because, well, not us. They hate the other. What's after
Gen Z?
Yeah, they hate them. Because
they hate us. They hate the millennials.
They don't hate the millennials. They do not hate the millennials.
The boomers hate everyone.
That's the whole thing. That every young person,
they hate everyone.
Every young person was a millennial, and we're 30 and 40 years old now.
Yeah, they look at kids who are 17 years old in high school, these damn millennials. It's because they weren't alive in the millennials. They weren't alive in the 90s.
I feel like the millennials is the last one that actually had a life before cell phones, internet, and stuff that.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
With that being said, we got respect from the boomers.
I don't think so.
A little bit of respect there. Everybody else after us is foreign. They don't know what life is before cell phones, internet, social media, all of that.
I get your point, but I'm using my resources, Tyvis. I'm not gonna just be a hard ass and try to do stuff without technology just so I can say I can.
What if the phone dies?
Then it dies.
If he
I
dies,
could get home from anywhere. I could get home from anywhere in the city without my phone if you just drop me off somewhere. Am I going to take the most efficient route home? Probably not every single time.
But you know how to ride a bus.
I think about that all the time. It's how many times did my parents regularly take a stupid route somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
That if they had GPS, we would have been getting there 15, 20 minutes faster.
That's a good question, because I know for me, I don't do it that often, but if from here to home, I go the same way every day, so I kind of know what the traffic's like. And you can kind of, if you see a backup, I go on 270 on the west side going home. If I see it starting to back up around Roberts Road, I get off and I know there's something, because it's straight. There's some big backup there. There's a billion lanes. If it's all backed up, something bad happens. So I try to get off and do surface streets and all that. But now, if I'm over on the east side and I'm going on roads I never go on, Oh, I absolutely map it out. Even though I lived on the east side growing up, I know all about that. I've lived here my whole life. I know all the places to go around Columbus. I just want to know on a given day, if I go this way, I'm going to be stuck in traffic for 15 more minutes than I need to be. I'll go a different route.
Yeah,
So-
like I have to go to Grove City a lot. And if I have to do it in the evening, like if Gianna has like gymnastics or something, I put it in my phone because I'm like, I need to know if there's an accident on 270 or if there's an accident on 315
That's
and
a
then
fact.
take the other one.
That's a
Because
fact.
it's bound that either one of them or both of them are going to have it.
When I used to drive to Cleveland, that was my thing. As I was running out of here, going to my car, I would put in Cleveland's address to see which highway I needed to take.
Yeah, probably
670 or 315. And a lot of the times I was taking 670.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So lots to get to today. There was some media availability for the Buckeyes. Jeremiah Smith talked. He had some interesting comments. You will hear those coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, if you live in New Albany, your roads are looking a whole lot better. We had a crash that just cleared up not too long ago. 161 eastbound, just beyond 62. That left shoulder is officially back open. No problems as you're heading towards the airport. A live look with our traffic cam 270 at 670. That's just north of Agler Road, and cars are taking it nice and slow out there. Lastly, for our friends in Grove City, 71 northbound over by Green Lawn, still looking okay, at least for now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Saving money in your next project? Now at Menards. From smoke and carbon monoxide alarms to fire extinguishers and more, Kidda Home Safety Products will help keep your family safe in case of emergencies. Get peace of mind today with a new Kidda smoke alarm featuring over 25% faster detection. Plus, don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and A3126.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet, like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay, next up is the Falcon. No, all right. Oh, Great Caesar's ghost, what was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest... Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex...
It's Apex Pros, the pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
The Ohio chapter of the International Society of Arboriculture, or ISA, encourages you to schedule your winter tree work during the summer. It's a smart choice because it often secures better Ohio ISA certified arborist contractors availability. In some cases, you can lock in off-season pricing or discounts. Plan ahead before winter storms hit and remove problematic trees on your property before they cause damage. You can find your highly qualified Ohio ISA certified arborist at trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Retirement from football hits everyone differently. For DeVere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher, it means sitting around watching sports clips on the internet and arguing about them. Search for Didn't Catch That on YouTube and subscribe. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Pretty quiet start to the day out there with a fair bit of sunshine to begin our Thursday. That'll continue throughout the day, partly to mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance of a shower or storm popping up this afternoon, but many of us will be dry. Lower 80s on the way. Mostly sunny skies for your Friday. Highs are back in the lower 80s. For the Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. You can always hop in the YouTube chat. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right in there. Or you can call us. Leave us a voicemail. 614-460-8010 is the number to get in on the voicemail chain. Oh, God. Someone has the... Sorry, excuse me.
Is that you?
No, it is me because I went to go check YouTube just to go pull up the chat and all that stuff. And, of course, someone has left the volume up on this computer up to 1 million because why would we have the volume off in here? We're in a radio studio. No, let's not do that.
Alex the King brings up a great question. He says, what's the list?
Oh, yeah.
They have no idea.
No. We didn't have an idea.
We have an idea.
We do now.
We don't listen to each other on this show.
Well,
We're bad communicators.
One, we said yesterday we should come up with a list before we leave. We didn't do that.
We never do that.
We never do that. That was problem number one. So we didn't do that.
I had a lot on my mind.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a lot on your mind tonight.
Man, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it.
Third preseason game for the Browns. You got to do pre and post game.
I religiously got into bed at 8:30 and been asleep by 9:30 all week. It's been some of the best rest I've had.
Yeah.
And now I have to stay up till 1:30 tonight. 1:30.
That's loser talk.
That's loser talk.
Yeah, it's
I
loser
can't.
talk.
Listen, I don't know how to do it.
We know how you're surviving. You're a hypocrite.
He's Mr. PTO.
Guess who's not going to be on the show tomorrow?
Yeah. Why aren't you just pulling an all-nighter?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's right. I thought this
Dylan,
is...
listen.
You sleep when you die. What happened to that?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know something. In my entire life, how many all-nighters do you think, like, when you pulled a 24-hour how many times you think you've done that in your
Not a lot. Maybe like 2 or 3 times.
I only can remember me ever doing that one time.
Really?
One time. And I was like, not elementary school. I was probably in like the 7th grade or
Why
something.
did you summer vacation or something?
Just for fun?
Yeah, I was on summer break for
Doing
sure.
it to do it?
I see.
Yeah, I did it for the challenge. Like,
So
I
you
wanna see if
never...
I could.
I guess that's an interesting point with being like a football player. Because I was going to say, you never in college had to stay up and like write a paper all night. And I'm like, well, wait a second. They probably, if you did that at Ohio State and then showed up to practice after being up all night, they would probably be like, what's wrong with you? You're not allowed to do that. Like, go to bed, get your rest, prioritize what you need to prioritize, but don't be up until 5 in the morning writing a paper and then go lift. That probably didn't work. So
No, yeah, I didn't. Nah, I wasn't a big procrastinator.
Oh, that's good.
I was a big let me
huge procrastinator.
Let me knock it out.
Terribly procrastinating.
If we had Like let's say if it was like a 5-page paper, right? I would, and I had like a month to do it. The first week, I would try to do like 2 pages of it.
That's a good idea.
And
That's
then,
crazy.
Then the next week, I'd do 1.5. Like I would pick a topic. Because for a 5-page paper, how I would do it was, you got your intro where you go where you preview the 5 things that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'd make sure all of them was about a page. So that's what I would spend my whole day just writing a page, and it'd be in my head or like, let me write that down. And as I get to typing, sometimes the fingers just get going, man, and the paper just be done.
I could have had a 10-page paper due, and they could have told us in the beginning of the semester that it was due at the end of the semester. The night before it's due, I'm like, all right, let's get it started.
I'm not doing
That's
that.
I got to do it under pressure. That's the only way that I'm motivated to do
it under pressure?
No, because if I try to do it early, the second I get bored or unfocused, I'm going to be like, I got time to do this. Why am I doing this right now?
Yeah, I tend to be better under pressure, so I tend to wait till the end. Now, I couldn't do that. I had one paper my freshman year, my only year of college. I signed up for a political science class, and it was like I tested into it because apparently I had good test scores. And I go, you know how all the classes have like ones? Like when you're a freshman, it's like history 101, or, biology 102 or whatever. This one was like poli-sci 503 or something, and I was like, that might have been. So I go in there, and the first day of class, the professor's like, your midterm is a 20-page paper. And I was like,
midterm?
Yeah, that was I
think the longest paper I've ever wrote was 15 pages.
Oh my God.
And that was interesting.
That one I did like from the get-go. I was like, all right, I need to start forming an outline of what I'm going to, but it's like the class just started. So what am I going to write about? I'm supposed to learn in the class, but.
Do you think you could write a paper today? You still remember all the formats and
that stuff. Oh no, I'd have to go back and re-remember all that. But like as far as having stuff, for sure.
The stuff is
I can sit down and come up with stuff.
Stuff
but
is not hard.
No, but the formatting of all that, where it's like, did you
quoting? Got to cite your sources.
You got to IBID a lot when you do the sources, and you IBID like see the previous source. I do remember that, but yeah,
I don't think I would pass the 8th grade right now. Drop me in the 8th grade right now? I would probably flunk out.
Did you see
the website they got to turn it into now?
To test for like AI and stuff. I don't know what it is. Yeah,
because it's not like how we used to do. Type the paper, print it out, give it to the professor. I think you just like turn it in through like a.
You got to send them a PDF or something. But but they also are like now they got to check it for AI.
Correct.
God, that's so crazy. That's that whole thing. I don't even know what to make of all that because it's. Like, do I tell my kids to jump in? Because everybody in the professional world's like, jump in on AI, use AI. But I'm like,
it's not going anywhere.
Have a brain. How about that?
But it's not going anywhere.
No, it needs to though. Like we all need to rise up and just smash these data centers into oblivion, turn them into little pieces of rubble. Let's go.
I'm starting to use it more and more. It's bad.
I know it's bad, and I don't like it either.
Like when we do when we do the fan poll, for example. I'll write a question. I'm like, this is stupid. And then I'll have AI write it better. Like, that's how I'm living my life
now. That's the problem, Dylan.
Yeah.
This is dumbing us down. It's not good.
Pretty soon, I'm not even going to have conversations with you guys. I'm going to put into AI what I would have said. Had AI spit out a better, more groomed answer and then send it to you guys.
Here's where you know
I should use it. I don't know anything about the only AI I know is
loser talk.
Big
human
when
loser
you
talk.
go ask on Google, like you ask Google a question and it brings
up the AI crap.
That's the only time I ever used it.
I had it do that to me once though. I cannot remember the question, but it was like a sports question, and I just was like, who do the Buckeyes start the season off with this year? And it literally spit something out that was like, Ohio State plays North Texas. And I was like, well, I know that's not right. And but it was like the AI, I don't know what it saw. And then I go I scroll past it to actual Google and it was like, here's the Buckeye schedule. This was way back like 3 or 4 months ago. And it's like, oh yeah, it's Ball State. Got it.
Last year, Tyvis asked if Denzel Boston and David Boston were related, and I put it into Microsoft Copilot, and it said yes.
Yes, and it was wrong, and that's inaccurate, and that's bad.
And then I said yes on the air. Yeah, they're related. And then people are like, this dumbass thinks they're related. Like, the internet said they were. So it must be true.
Of course.
By the way, we just went on a 6-minute tangent, didn't even answer Alex the King's question.
What was the question?
What's the list topic today?
Oh, yeah.
We sure did.
Sorry about that, Alex.
Why
topic,
are we here right now?
I don't know, Dylan. Why don't you make us AI? Just let the AI do it. It's probably better. The list topic today is best. This is, by the way, the list going away after this week. We are sunsetting it until after football season. But the list this week is top cartoons of all time.
You know what's hilarious and what ties this together, and I promise you this is the truth. When you in the group chat yesterday said, what should the list topic be? I put into Google AI, what do people like to rank? And cartoons was one of the ones
that's
that
why
came
we're
out.
doing cartoons.
Yes, because Google AI said that we should.
This is a shame. You don't even think for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
Who needs to produce a show when you can just ask AI to do it for you?
I would rather ask Allen Iverson to do everything in my life than I would rather have Google AI.
Tomorrow, Candace Parker, that's the only one we acknowledge.
Tomorrow,
that's right.
Tomorrow, Bone, I have the show. I'm going to type into Google AI 15 segment sports show.
Let's do it. Let's do a whole show of AI tomorrow. Tyvis is gone tomorrow.
Do you think that
Mike Bennett's going to be filling in for him? So,
will I wake up and see the show? Is the question.
What do you mean?
You don't think you're going to be up by 9 o'clock?
I have never in my life slept past 8 o'clock.
Well, tomorrow might be the day.
Ever.
If you're not getting done with this show tonight with Browns, the riveting Browns postgame that you're going to be doing after.
They better roll this thing. Ain't nobody calling in to talk about Dylan Gabriel and Taylor Green.
You'd be surprised.
This show better be an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, I'm seeing stuff in the YouTube chat
that's
this
making me camera stuff.
Hang on. Before we go off
We're
into
all over the place.
Okay, Kyle Singler, everybody just calm down for a second. Let's stay on the focus of what I actually teased here real quick.
Okay. What you teased?
Jeremiah Smith talked to the media and had a couple things that I thought were pretty good takes. I love the confidence of Jeremiah Smith. He was asked, what's different about their offense this year now that Arthur Smith is in charge?
What's different? Go give me the ball. That's all I can say. It was different for him. But no, we just got a lot of different things that we do in this offense with Coach Smith. He found ways to get his guys the ball, and it's all about the little things with Coach Smith. He got plays on plays, and you're going to see a whole different offense this year than last year.
I like that. What's different? Give me the ball. Yes, I agree with him. I love the confidence. He also was asked about Legend Bay. Or Legend Bay was brought up because did Legend Bay lose his black stripe this week? Is that right?
He did.
Yes.
Okay, and now they're
Tuesday, I believe.
They're tweeting out highlights of him, and it's starting to get like the hype train for Legend Bay is back after he had the little mini suspension to start camp. This is what Jeremiah Smith had to say about Legend Bay.
I think I said this back in spring. I said to Luke Montgomery, I said, before Legend Bay leave Ohio State, he'll be a Heisman finalist or he'll end up winning it. And the things he's been doing in practice has been pretty special for sure.
See, when you hear stuff like that, that running back room is going to be so interesting as the season goes. So you got 4 guys that's going to be at running back this season. It's going to be interesting. Somebody going to get kicked out of that lineup. I don't know who it is yet. I can't figure it out.
See, the thing with JJ, though, is that earlier this season, he said that the other returning wide receiver would be a first-round pick. So we're going to have to see what his fortune-telling skills
Who's
is about.
that, Dylan? What returning receiver are you talking about?
Guy with the initials BI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brandon Ennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said first-round pick, 2027.
Well, I mean, that's the standard of the room.
They're calling him BI America. BIA. Best in America, Brandon Ennis America. That's what they're calling him. That's where he's at.
I hope to God.
That's where he's headed, Dylan.
I hope so.
He's wearing the Block O. I did see him yesterday. He had the Block O on. I saw Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV. She tweeted that out and said, like, here you go. Look, here's him. And he looked extremely happy. So I'm happy for him that he's happy. I hope that we're all happy when he catches touchdown passes and looks awesome wearing the Block O. That would
What do you classify?
That would be great.
Dylan, what do you classify statistically wise a good season? Where you would be like, I'm impressed?
Maybe like over 500 yards.
See, I don't even look at it from a stats standpoint,
500 yards.
So what if he gets 500 yards, but it's all in like, oh, hey, during the blowouts, hopefully there's a few of those on this schedule. Not many, but hopefully there's a few. He catches 6 passes for 80 yards or something like that. That's great. I need him to catch passes when it's in the big games. I need him to haul in like 3rd and 9 and everybody else is covered and they find him one-on-one. He needs to make the play. That's what I don't care about stats. I care about that.
Yeah, not dropping punt returns.
Yeah, that'd be a thing. That's good. I agree with that. So We're speaking of Ohio State. There's some improvements coming to Ohio Stadium this year. We'll talk about them in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
If you're heading towards places like Grandview Heights and even Upper Arlington, your roads are looking perfect. 315 northbound, even 670 eastbound, further towards the downtown area. And hey, for our friends on that western outer belt, only a 6-minute commute on 270 between 33 and Roberts Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
AR, between road trips and hauling gear, you ever think about a Suburban?
Absolutely. I could fit everybody and every animal in there. McDaniel GM Superstore. Got my truck there, and it was the easiest deal I've ever made.
No hidden fees?
None. And right now, the 26 Suburban is up to $10,000 off MSRP.
10 grand, that's money left in your pocket and the space you need.
Terms and conditions apply for qualified buyers. Head to McDaniel GM Superstore, north on 23 off Route 95 in Marion. McDanielGMSuperstore.com.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are 0 commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer, and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Leave the stress and mess to us. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Much like your morning boner, this show would embarrass you in front of people. These guys are a total embarrassment. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
List coming up, 7 o'clock. The list today, top 5 or top cartoons of all time. I don't know if it'll be top 5, top 3, we'll just however many we get to. But the last list before football season, because once football season hits, we got a lot of other stuff going on. So we're just sunsetting it till after football season. Okay, we'll bring it back. I promise.
See, so when when AI initially came up with the idea for the list for us,
this week's list, yes, which apparently you did. I didn't know that you did that. Now I'm mad about it.
So it said Saturday morning cartoons. And the reason why I brought that up, and then it seemed like you were like, why Saturday morning? Why not just cartoons?
Yeah.
Because everyone in the chat is saying stuff like Family Guy, Futurama, Beavis and Butthead. And I was more leaning towards like cartoons you liked in your childhood. But I guess it could be both.
It's top cartoons.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they have to like. Now, some of them, you know what's crazy? My youngest now,
Scooby-Doo.
My youngest is all about, she's got all these like, her older siblings watch shows that probably are not totally appropriate for like kids her age.
The Boondocks.
Yeah, not that. But
I don't think T-Bone's kids are allowed to watch it.
No, they're not. But I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the Boondocks is. So I'm sure they are. I don't know.
Oh, you really don't?
I remember hearing. I know Boondock Saints, but that's a movie.
It makes sense why you don't. We'll just go there.
What is it?
It's a classic.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know.
Huey and Riley.
Oh, I see. I see. The series focuses on a Black American family, the Freemans, and their experiences in the fictional, predominantly white suburb of Woodcrest. That'd be very interesting. I should watch it. I don't know anything about it.
You would like it.
What channel is it on? Or is it
Adult Swim?
Yeah.
It was on Adult Swim. You could watch it on
I used to watch Adult Swim all the time.
I got the whole series bought on
you know the problem?
Apple.
This is just a situation of that's one that like it was in a time period where I was watching Adult Swim, but I was watching like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and stuff like that. You guys didn't know Aqua Teen Hunger Force, did you?
No.
See?
Not before you brought it up to us.
That's crazy.
I heard of it.
Wild to me you guys didn't know Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That one, by the way, spoiler alert, in my list. Because that one's goated. It's so good.
I was thinking about like Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that's
Johnny Bravo's great.
That's definitely on my
Tyvis was
list.
just doing that the other day.
And people
Do
ask,
the monkey with me.
if someone asks, what's the plot of Johnny Bravo?
Who
cares?
One sentence.
He tries to get girls
Yes.
and they get
Where
shot
the
down.
hose at is the plot of Johnny Bravo in every episode.
He's trying to get some girl and they shoot him down every time.
That's exactly right. So the list coming up at 7 a.m. We will obviously do that. You can submit yours as well at Bone and Tyvis 971 if you so choose. So I saw yesterday it was apparently a media gathering for the dining and cuisine at Ohio Stadium. Lots of new food options there at Ohio Stadium starting this upcoming football season. So we're going to be having that, first week of the year, right? When they play Ball State here in, 9 days now? We are away from the start of the season? Single-digit days away from the start of the season?
9? No, that, yeah.
Probably about 9 or 10.
Yeah,
Today's
9
Thursday.
days.
It's
9
next
days.
Saturday. Yeah. So one of the things they brought up was a 1-pound Buckeye barbecue box filled with beef brisket, pulled pork, jalapeno cheddar sausage, and bone-in chicken thighs. How could that be done?
Are they bringing that here?
I don't know if they're bringing it here.
No, I'm saying,
I know they're
like,
going to have it.
You know what I mean? Like the year they used to always bring the food to the station to let people try what it was. They doing that again?
They don't bring anything for us, Tyvis.
Well, no. It's an afternoon thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was, a couple years ago, we did the Taste of Competition burger.
Yes.
And which they're bringing back again, which I thought that was a great concept that those chefs came up with over there. But it's basically whoever you're playing that week, what restaurants are in that area? What are they famous for? Let's put some of their local cuisine on a burger. Sometimes it was, more apt for burgers than others. But, yeah, that's great. They're going to do one for Ball State. They said it includes cheese and cherries on top of a beef patty. Now, I don't know why the cherries are a part of that, but
and cherries
let them live. I would give that a shot.
Patty.
They also said they're going to have a banh mi hot dog, which
Cinnabon.
Love a banh mi. Banh mi. You ever had banh mi?
No.
Good. Banh mi. No, it's not. It's not Cinnabon mi.
I mean, it'd be nice.
It's a Vietnamese sandwich type of thing, but they're taking the elements of that, putting it to a hot dog. I think that could be a very good thing. I also think it's going to lead to I think there's going to be some people in the Ohio State fan base. Ryan Day, your thoughts?
Yeah, the whites are good.
Who may be like, "What the hell's a banh mi?" and getting all worked up about it. Like that you don't have to eat it if you don't want it, but I think that's going to be delicious. So I applaud the chefs over there for coming up with some good food options. Now, you're going to add all this food option in, and then you're going to do C-deck to go to the bathroom, and that's going to be
it's going to be backed up.
Yeah. It's going to be rough there.
I heard they're going to let Ball State's starting quarterback Keldrick Luster try the Ball State burger first because, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
So
I like the fact because there was
5'10", 250. That's
did you
a load.
see the nickname for him? I got to go back and find it. Someone had a nickname for him, and it was, I cannot remember what it was, but it was very good, and it had to do with eating and food, and I'm rooting for him. Not against Ohio State, but I'm rooting for him otherwise because I like a fat athlete, my guy. Now, yesterday also they unveiled a few things in the stadium that had reporters going apoplectic. They were so excited. What is the deal with this new turf that they put into Ohio State? Because the way that I've seen King talking about it, I've seen other Buckeye bloggers, every person that was out there basically had photos like, this turf is the greenest turf I've ever seen in my life. And I just wanted to say, does Ross Bjork have a gun to your head? What's going on here?
Whoever lets them in the stadium is brainwashing them about the turf. They're talking about the turf. I'm seeing
blink twice if you're okay.
Yes.
What is going on? That's I felt bad for some of these people. The turf's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
This is
Ross. Please don't revoke my press pass.
It looks the same.
It's the
It
greenest.
looks the exact damn same.
No, it's the greenest, most fullest turf that I've ever seen in my entire life, Bone. You have no idea.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. I guess. I don't know.
It's the best turf that Home Depot could sell.
Whatever, man. It's slightly greener than the last version because the last version was sitting out in the sun and it faded.
It's greener,
and it will fade. This one will fade as well as it sits out in the sun all day.
Is that really what they said? It's greener?
Oh yes.
Everything you can say about turf or grass, they're saying that it's more. It's just more, Tyvis.
Now,
more greener, fuller, better.
If it was like real grass, I might be
turf.
a little more excited about it. But the way these guys are talking about it, you think it was made out of actual money that at the end of the year you get to go just down there and mow it and collect all your funds. I've never seen this much talk about fake grass in my life, but especially the way that some of the Buckeye beat has just, it's the great. You'd think this is the reason the Buckeyes might have a chance to win a national championship because of this new grass. It's fantastic.
That is the same turf. I'm looking at it right now.
Tyvis,
that is the same grass.
I'm with you.
Turf that has always been. And I'm looking at the premium seats. And,
those are great.
And Bishop and Friends, they raise a good question because they like put a look inside of what it looks like inside the premium seats.
For those who haven't seen, are we talking about the ones that are in the end zone?
Yeah.
So they're on. These are, for those who didn't see it, it's field level, so they're on the ground. They are in between the end of the south stands and the end zone in the south stands. So I don't know if they had to take out seats or what they had to do. I know they moved the band back up to the north end zone, I think in part because of this. But yeah, they've got these stands there that are for the premium ticket holders.
The question that Bishop and Friends raised, which you can also hear on the Fan weekdays 9 to noon.
There you go.
Where do you go to the bathroom?
Great question.
In the suite, yes.
The suite has a bathroom in it?
No, it don't look like it.
No, I'm asking like if you're in the suite, that's what you're asking. For the people in the suite, where do they go to the bathroom? They have to go up to C deck.
To the Porta Johns. That's good.
That's an interesting question.
And they're also like the worst seats you could possibly have. I saw they're $140,000 for one of these suites is what the number was. I guess that has to be for the whole season, I would hope. But like the seats there, at first I was like, these are terrible seats. And I thought, who's going to buy these seats? Terrible people is the answer. It's going to be all these people who are like
we're there for the vibes people.
Yeah, they're wearing their like, Palantir Patagonia vests that they wear because they're probably a CTO for that company. And they're there for Instagram vibes. They're going to take their photos and then leave in the second half. Like that's who's there. So they don't care about watching the game. They don't actually care what that seat looks like. They're just there for vibes and Instagram and all that. That's whatever. Go take their money, I guess. That's fine. Don't ruin the vibe for the actual students that sit around there. At least I hope not. So the NFL not playing around with guys who leave the league to go back to college. We'll tell you what they're doing next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A crash now happening on the west side of Columbus, just outside of Hilliard. Be mindful, there is an incident 270 northbound when you're passing Cemetery Road. That left shoulder is currently blocked for drivers. Other than that, just seeing some basic delays this morning. Pretty typical this time around in places like New Albany, 161 and 62, as well as our southeast side by Canal Winchester, Forest 33 in that westbound direction over by Gender Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Summer heats up fast here in Columbus, and bad windows can have a tough time keeping a home cool and can send energy bills through the roof.
I hate to admit it, but we've had some complaints about our windows doing that.
Uh-oh.
I just tell them it's just like being at the beach, minus the water and the beach and the happiness, and you're in your living room. It's gross.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Our fantasy commish says for him it's all about the friendships. Cute, but I play to win. Like with Bet365. I get paid the second my team goes up big with early payout, and I get profit boost before the game starts with Early Bird Special. Enjoy the friends, Kevin. I'll take the wins on Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim in app. T&Cs apply.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose.
Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating US restaurants while supplies last.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia. Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and 831.26.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, the Fan. If it's 4:30 in the morning and you see a ginger version of Dom DeLuise speeding down 33, don't panic. It's just T-Bone.
We are driving. We are driving.
We like driving. We like driving.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are eating.
We are eating.
By the way, it's a rough day for Common Man and Timmy Hall, because you know how much those guys love themselves Michael Jordan.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we all loved watching Michael Jordan play, but I remember when it got announced that Michael Jordan was going to be on the NBA on NBC.
Oh my God, Michael.
Right.
That's from that announcement.
From that announcement.
That's
Yes.
not out of context.
I don't even know if that was from the announcement. That might have been from the first time he was on TV doing the interview on the first NBA on NBC game.
The first and only time, because he appeared like 10 times and it was just snippets of a 1-2 hour interview.
Well, pour one out for everybody who was really excited to see Michael Jordan on NBA on NBC. You're right. Tirico did one interview with him back before the season started. They played clips of it all season long. Which, you know, when the NBA has all this other stuff going on, you could have had Michael Jordan weighing in on all of it. Nope. One pre-recorded interview, and I believe he got paid over $20 million for the rights to be on NBA on NBC and nowhere else. Anyway, Michael Jordan, it was announced, is not going to be returning to the NBA on NBC. It hasn't been announced, I guess.
Oh, my God, Michael.
Yeah.
You missed it.
We already played it.
Oh, my God, Michael. Michael Jordan, too busy touching kids weirdly at NASCAR races to be able to do breakdowns once a week.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Well, he was on those NBC broadcasts, the NBA on NBC. He was on those broadcasts more often than the NASCAR broadcasts, than he was on NBA on NBC, because his driver, Tyler Reddick, was winning races, and they kept interviewing him, and he would give longer, more relevant interviews there than he was when he's getting paid to do it. But yeah, apparently, according to Front Office Sports, they are saying it is not anticipated that he will return to that role in 2026-27.
Didn't he record all of it in one thing?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because he's a part of the scheme. He got paid like $10 million. I
thought it was more like 20.
To do one sit-down interview. NBC's like, we can't afford this.
You know what's crazy? Is that he need that money. You know why?
Because he's a gambling addict?
No. Because Nike stock has gone down.
I'm sure he's fine financially.
No. I'm saying, like, people ain't buying the shoes like that no more. You know how much money he was probably making off of that a year in shoes? Like, they not buying them no more. Nike is going down right now.
What happened with the Nike stock? I missed what you just said.
It said it's the lowest it's been since like 93 or something like that.
But why?
Is now the time to invest?
I have no idea.
Is this investment advice from Tyvis Powell?
It is down. I just seen something yesterday.
Is that something that's happened? Like, is that just because the economy being rough? People aren't paying $200 for shoes now? Is that
it
the
like
thing?
Wendy's stock being down because they're giving us cornmeal and our beef?
It says Nike stock is on pace for its worst year since Michael Jordan's retirement in 1993.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Damn.
That's crazy. Huh. I wonder why that is. Smarter people than us would probably know.
That's because kids is buying like New Balance and Asics.
Oh, because there's more variety now.
Yeah.
Got more guys. Well, I mean, Nike.
And then when you look at like Nike basketball shoes outside of John Morant.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of misses on those. That's fair. Maybe that's it.
I'm a LeBron guy. I think 80% of his shoes are ugly AF.
Yeah,
I do not appreciate a pair of LeBrons.
Yeah, I don't either. I did like the John Morants, at least the ones that came out. I like the Devin Bookers too. Was that the first year he had his shoe? But again, like, what's he been doing since then? Like, I don't know. When two of your biggest name brand shoe guys are either not playing well or constantly brandishing guns on Instagram and getting like suspended or whatever, doesn't do a lot for the brand.
I have a pair of Kyrie's on. The one Jared Allen is trying to rob me, stick me for him right now. These are the pair that he plays in.
I still got me a pair of Kyrie's.
What size does he wear though? Like size 14 or something?
Yeah,
unless you guys are wearing size 14s. Yeah. So the NFL not playing around with the guys who leave the league to go back to college. So you saw this. Daquan Wright was the guy from the Browns who is getting kind of blamed for this trend, even though there were other guys who were in camp who left. Daquan Wright was the first one, though, I believe, who actually like entered the portal, signed with a team, and had been on an NFL field during the preseason with the Browns. In either case, he was one of the many lawsuits that have happened that said, hey, can we get our fifth year back from this one-off rule where you get now 5 seasons to play, 5 years of college football. He said, he and others said we should have got that year. The NCAA said no. They sued. They're getting the chance to have it. Well, now Big Ten and SEC have both come out and said there's going to be we're not letting teams do it. The SEC came out yesterday and had penalties and said the coach will be suspended if he plays any of these guys. The school will give up revenue if they play these guys. They'll be ineligible for postseason stuff. So that I'm sure is going to go to court. But the thought is, what if these guys are not allowed to play in college? Can they go back to the NFL this year? NFL just said no.
How about no?
Yeah, the NFL said a player who signs an NFL contract and is subsequently cut becomes a free agent. While he may sign with another NFL club, join the CFL, or return to college, he is considered a free agent, will not be subject to a future draft. So, number one, these guys who say went back to college this year, they cannot re-enter the draft next year. They will just have to go as a free agent.
Pause right there. So Daquan Wright, has he signed with LSU?
I don't believe he has.
I think he wants to, but
so
this may not be allowed.
Correct.
Because
so he's stuck. He need to go back to the NFL.
But here's the other problem.
Because he hasn't signed.
He's in purgatory right now.
The NFL also just put him in purgatory, to your point, Dylan, because they said, also, if you left the NFL to go to college this year, good for you. You can't come back.
Okay.
Gotta wait till next season to be a free agent.
What do you mean left?
You see, this is what Tyvis is asking. Does it count? Has he technically left because he hasn't signed with anyone?
Maybe that's the cutout.
Because
maybe this is the NFL's way of saying,
has
like,
anybody
if you don't
actually signed anything?
No, I don't know that they have, because everybody's waiting for this ruling to say what's going to be allowed and what's not. By the way, they start playing football. A lot of these schools, either obviously some of them start this week, but the majority of them will all be playing next weekend.
That's why it's irrelevant for them. They might as well just stay in the league or stay where they at, because you're not in the plans.
But I don't think the fact that the season's starting matters to these guys. He can go to Baton Rouge, practice for a month, and then contribute to the team in October.
Yeah, that's fair. They're signing these guys. A lot of these schools are probably thinking, because it's schools like LSU are thinking they're going to play in December and January. Significant games.
It's too much. It's too much that come with it, man. They need to just stay where they at, because then the NFL gonna come out and say, you went back to college, great. You're not allowed to participate in the draft.
And that's what they have said.
But all these guys were undrafted guys anyway, and when they come out next year, they'll just have to be undrafted again.
What was the point of going back then?
Yeah, I would have thought the point of going back at least would be to like get some more money, but maybe also to raise your stock enough to get drafted.
Most of these guys are like practice squad dudes. I think I saw Sam Acho.
They are now. But you're going to be there when you leave next year.
But some of them may not be. Like some of them could go out, have a tremendous season, and suddenly it's like, hey, you know that happens, Tyvis. Guys, they look at it and they say, this guy's nothing. And then he goes out and has a big year, and suddenly the groupthink happens, and everybody thinks the guy can play.
Let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say Daquan Wright, the guy who couldn't make the Browns.
Well, we don't know that.
He couldn't make the Browns roster.
They cut him to help him out.
Wait a minute. He couldn't make the Browns roster. He goes to LSU and tears it up. But he just couldn't make the Browns roster.
Yeah.
You think that I'm going to take him in an early draft?
Well,
are you insane?
Right, but let's play devil's advocate.
There's such thing as college good and pro good.
Tyvis, I understand that. But by that logic, why do guys come back to school? Like, I mean, there are guys who they say, hey, this guy, if he had another year of coaching in college, development in college, he wasn't ready. There's probably freshmen and sophomores. You dropped them on an NFL roster, they wouldn't be ready to play either.
The difference between the two is it's left the question with the guy who returns.
Okay, that's fair.
We seen it.
Yes,
we seen
it. They did, and that's fair too. Now these guys, a lot of them will be viewed as damaged goods. Either way, here's what I know: the guys who are the most in this, Lane Kiffin. The reporting is out there that Lane Kiffin and others kind of push some of these guys, hey, go sue so you can get back in here. I would like you to come play for me. If that's true, then you have a mechanism where you have millionaire coaches and millionaire NFL owners and Roger Goodell and commissioners who get paid millions all fighting with each other. Who gets squished in the middle of it? The player who's probably not ever going to make more than I'm not knocking this, but never going to make more than a few $1 million in this grand system. Meanwhile, everybody else is making tens of millions of dollars off these guys. And that's the part of this system that sucks, is that while they're all doing that, this guy's career is getting kind of squished, or he's being told, hey, you should come over here. That's a better move. He's getting bad advice. Not just Daquan Wright, all these guys.
But it's not only about like their NFL outlook for the future. Like Daquan Wright, for example, if he would, I think the practice squad salary for a rookie is like $14,000 a week. So let's say he was on it for the whole season. Yeah. That would be like just shy of like $250,000. If he's getting more than $250,000 from LSU, then why wouldn't he go back?
No, but now I'm saying for the rest of the time, like Tyvis just pointed out, he's damaged goods. So like get your $250,000 this year or whatever, or get $2 million from LSU, whatever you get. But then next year when you go to the draft, you can be like, oh yeah, the guy who couldn't play for the Browns last year, forget him. And
it's different.
That's done. And that's a fair point. I mean,
it's different. Like I had this kid in camp. I saw what he was.
Yeah. It's a bad system.
So then you think that I'm gonna come and waste a draft pick on a guy? No, I'm not.
He can't even go to the draft anyway. They won't put him back in the draft.
Okay, if he's that bad and he gets more than $1 million from LSU, how long was he going to last in the NFL? If he was going to last less than 3 years, then he made more money going back to college.
I'm not mad at him.
No, I'm not mad at him either.
I was talking about as far as him, the NFL
You're missing
thing.
my point. My point is that we're squishing these guys. Meanwhile, like Lane Kiffin making $12 million a year, Roger Goodell making $60 million a year. They're the ones fighting this battle, not the guy who's just out there trying to make his living. That's the part I'm saying. All right, the list is coming up next. Top cartoons of all time. We'll do it when we get back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A reminder for some overnight construction over towards that southeast side. Lane restrictions still going on 270 in both directions, too, between Alum Creek Drive and 70. Starts around 7 p.m., wraps up 5 a.m. the next morning. This all kicked off the project August 13th. It will be lasting until September 30th. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Inside or out, Billiards Plus has what you need for tailgating season. Fire up your new top-of-the-line grill for a perfect game day feast. And keep the fun going inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Billiards Plus, the store you won't want to leave. Shop online or visit them on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Football season is here, and Germain Toyota of Columbus is kicking off a deal that's too tough to beat. Now, through August 31st, 0% financing for 48 months on all 2026 Toyota Tundras and Tacomas. From hauling your tailgate gear to tackling your daily drive, the Tundra and Tacoma are ready for game day and beyond. 0% for 48 months on all 2026 Tundras and Tacomas through August 31st. I can't say it enough. Score yours today at Germain Toyota of Columbus at I-70 and Bryce Road. With approved credit, see dealer for complete details.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 on 1460 AM, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday morning at 9 on 1460 AM.
See that white buildup around your faucets? Spots on clean glasses? That's hard water, and what you see is only part of the problem. Fortunately, Culligan Water of Columbus can help. The Culligan High Efficiency Water Softener is the world's most efficient water softener, using less salt and water while tackling hard water throughout your home. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. Start fixing your home's water today with a free water test. Visit CulliganWaterColumbus.com to schedule. Culligan, water you love.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your drain is clogged, our drain team will clear it for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it will stay clear for at least a year. Or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Go to GetEco.com.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians had another comeback victory last night. They beat the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 4-3 to complete a 3-game sweep of the Halos. The Guardians have now won 7 games in a row. They'll try to make it 8 in a row tomorrow night versus the Kansas City Royals. The Cincinnati Reds also won last night. They beat the San Francisco Giants 10-9 and snapped a 3-game losing streak. They'll start a series against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field tomorrow afternoon. And finally, the NFL is getting rid of the Pro Bowl games starting this year. The focus will now shift to honoring the players selected. 88 players will be selected in the class with no replacement selections. This update is sponsored by TurboTrack Realty. Done with that property? Call John Kozik at TurboTrack Realty and get a cash offer today. 614-472-2000. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Call T-Bone and Tyvis' real hotline phone number, 614-460-8010. Available anytime, day or night. Nighttime can get spicy.
Are you serious? Oh, my God.
Leave a message, and if it's great, we'll play it. And if it's terrible, we'll likely play it too.
Hello. Get some of your voicemails going as the morning rolls on, but of course, hope you're having a good Thursday. I think there's chance of storms today, right? Isn't that what I heard?
Sure.
Yeah. A little bit. Just keep an eye out for it.
Are you not listening to our weather people?
I was. I just forgot to listen to the last segment. I'm sorry.
I'm going to be honest. People ask me all the time, hey, Dylan, what's the weather like today? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, don't you do the weather on your show? Or like, doesn't someone do the weather on your show? I'm like,
Justin,
yes.
Lily. Who else is there?
Yeah. That's the two we got right now. No permanent replacement over there yet.
Ask Justin or Lily.
By the way, we got a voicemail for Tyvis from the streets.
What?
It was left at 12:30 last night.
Okay. Are you going to play it, or
do you want to hear? Yeah, I got it ready. If you want to hear it right
let's
now.
hear it. Yeah, what is it? I'm curious. I don't know anything about this, Tyvis. I have no idea what this voicemail is.
Yes. Good morning and go to hell.
Thank you.
My name is Genevieve. I currently work on several corners along Sullivan Avenue. I'm a caked-up blonde who wears thigh-high fishnets and not much more.
Great.
If you don't get it yet, I got a red snapper that'll talk to you. Anyway, I wanted to let that bowl of brown sugar Tyvis Powell know that I do take Klarna, but the tip's going to have to be hard cash. Okay? Other forms of payment I take, Affirm. Yes. I will get you Affirm the first time, dear. I take Afterpay. Now that name may fool you. Everyone pays up front. Okay? I also take PayPal. That name is pretty accurate. I will be looking for you, Mr. Powell.
There you go.
In the card that you borrowed from Cardell, I'm assuming.
Not anymore.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Genevieve, I believe is the name. Thank you, Genevieve. That was fantastic. I like how she was like, I don't know if you're getting the hint. It's like, we got it. We got it. We did get it.
Why would you play this?
Would only been better if she said she was from East Palestine, Ohio. That would have been
the best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Sponsored by Baths R Us. Go to bathsrus.com to schedule your free estimate. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
All right, the list today.
Lock in, Tyvis.
Top cartoons of all time. You know why. Chet York's been in the news. We're trying to understand. You were asking if they took Klarna, if maybe the sex workers take Klarna. We got an expert. What you want. That's what all radio shows do. All good radio shows. It's like we have some questions about a topic. Let's get an expert on. Well, Genevieve was our expert. Thank you, Genevieve, for the call. You're welcome anytime.
Man.
Thank you for the call. Do you do group discounts? Just out of curiosity.
Groupon.
That's a question I had.
Discount.
Why, T-Bone? You trying to get in the car with T-Bone to go down to Sullivan Avenue?
I was just asking questions. That's all. All right. So top cartoons of all time. Where do we want to start? Do we want to go top 3? Do we want to go top 5? Do we want to just wing it?
I didn't rank them. I didn't know that was the
all right,
exercise.
let's not do that. I'm going to just throw out one of my favorites of all time. Okay. And this one actually meets Dylan's criteria, even though it wasn't a Saturday morning. No.
The Jetsons.
No use for that. Hanna-Barbera can go to hell. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I don't even, you're like, hot take. I don't even like Hanna-Barbera.
Flintstone.
No, that's all Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I guess
don't
it
care.
is.
Don't like it.
Hey.
I'm going to go Warner Brothers, and I'm going to go with the Animaniacs.
Oh, yeah.
One of my all-time favorite cartoons. That was where Pinky and the Brain came from.
Pinky and the Brain.
Love Pinky and the Brain.
Brain.
Animaniacs, though, did you ever...
They tried to bring it back like a few years ago. Not as good. But,
yeah. Did you... Okay. I just want to give one example of Animaniacs humor, and we can move on. For those of you who didn't watch it, maybe you're too young, you didn't know about it. There was an episode where they were being detectives. And one of them says... You need to, I need fingerprints or something about like you need to get fingerprints or something like that.
Okay.
And so then Dot, one of the characters, Prince, the singer, had landed in her arms. And then the other character screams, fingerprints. And she looks at him and goes, I don't think so. And then tosses him away. That's Animaniacs right there. I'm telling you. I watched that when I was a kid. Went right over my head. Still does. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, the point is, Animaniacs. For me, one of the greatest of all time.
It's really for the adults.
It was for the adults, but they put it on with kids. And I laughed. I was a kid. I didn't know what they were talking about. I do now.
I'm going with, are we going like of all time, like in my lifetime ago?
Yes, whatever you want.
Oh, well, then I got to put the Boondocks on there then. The Boondocks have to be on there. That show is hilarious.
I need to go watch it because the way you guys are gassing it up, I've never seen it.
It's a lot of black humor. You might not get it.
Thanks. I'm glad to know.
You might not get it.
I'm glad to know that I
It's
won't.
a class-
I may not. I didn't get Animaniacs humor, but maybe I would get this. I don't know. I'll go check it out.
Their episode of the R. Kelly trial is literally like how people look at R. Kelly. He guilty, but the music's so good that people didn't care.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, Michael Jackson is also kind of in that boat, is he not? I mean, hell, there's a lot of stuff with Michael Jackson that's a little questionable now.
Alleged.
It's alleged, but it's. I mean, the man built a theme park for kids and had him over to his house by himself all the time. I mean, I don't know how alleged it is. It's pretty not good. But either way, yeah. I get your point. All right, Boondocks.
I'm glad the people enjoy the blacks.
Yes. Okay. Is that what Boondocks? Is that for Boondocks? For those who don't know, like I just found out about it. Explain Boondocks what it is.
You said black humor.
Boondocks
that's what it's all.
Boondocks is about two.
Well,
it's about two kids that live with their grandfather, and they
in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere,
surrounded by lighter skinned people.
Yes, and they have their moments.
Okay, that's good. Boondocks is on there. Dylan, what's one of yours?
My favorite one of all time is probably South Park. But they've kind of fallen off recently. I'm a Rick and Morty guy currently.
Come on now.
Rick and Morty is great.
I just can't stay up to watch it no more. But
you watch it the next day.
I always love
HBO Max.
Rick and Morty is hilarious.
Yes. Rick and Morty's great. I'm not encyclopedic with the episodes, but I've watched a lot of it too. I love that show.
From my childhood, Batman the Animated Series.
Dude, I'm so glad you mentioned that show.
Look at him. You just
that is one of my. If I had a ranking, if I was putting them number one, Batman the Animated Series would be number one for me.
Of course it would.
I watched that show I've probably seen every episode like 3 times. I love Batman the Animated Series. I watch it right now. I actually I've gone back and purchased it online and watched some episodes. Still hold up. The art is great. The music is great. The voice actors are great. The stories. It's all.
Though
That's why I like Batman more than I like Superman.
Tyvis,
honestly.
I think we grew up in Nickelodeon's prime when like SpongeBob, Rocket Power, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, all those on at the same time.
Well, I mean, them and Disney, not Disney, Cartoon Network, they went back and forth. I mean, think about, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, Scooby-Doo. Like, all of those was out, and they was going up against Rugrats and all. Like, it was,
By the way,
Arnold.
Hey
those
Arnold.
are good, yeah.
I realized a few months ago that Scooby-Doo is still kicking. It's been like 70 years, and they're still making new episodes. I don't know how they're doing it.
Do you guys genuinely enjoy Scooby-Doo, or is it just like a nostalgia thing?
When I was a kid, I was in elementary school, I did. I don't know if I'd watch it today. Yeah. But like when I was a kid, I used to watch it all the time.
See, I never got into it. I liked
the mystery. I liked to see who the person was.
We watched Bugs Bunny at our house. Like that was what we watched. Yeah, Looney Tunes, all that stuff.
Roadrunner and Coyote.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, the Acme movie's coming out. Coyote versus Acme, whatever. It's like live action. This movie's. They've been trying to make it they made it and then it got shelved and they were just not going to put it out. And then eventually the online backlash, whatever it was, they eventually got it back to where it is going to be released. But it comes out, I think, tomorrow. But it's basically like Coyote versus Acme. And then there's a bunch of like live action with it. I don't know. It's supposed to come out this weekend. It's supposed to be good or bad. I don't care. The Pro Bowl is officially dead. We will talk more cartoons, but we will tell you about the Pro Bowl next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Some breaking news out towards that west side of Columbus. We are seeing some major backups after a crash happening right now. It's 270 northbound at Cemetery Road. 2 left lanes are closed, but it is affecting drivers this morning. 7 miles per hour when it comes to your speeds. Backups all the way towards 270 and 70, that interchange. We're talking several miles down south out there. So for that detour, get off if you can and use Dublin Road to head northbound, eventually 161 and then 270 continuing in that northbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, all you got to do is make sure you do your homework. There's a lot of doctors that are going to try to force you under the knife. and they're going to force you for a joint replacement. But remember this, once you go and start putting hardware in there and you replace a joint, there's no going back. I've had multiple surgeries. I have hardware in my body. I don't want to do it again. And that's why I went and saw my friends at QC Kinetics to get a second opinion. I had some knee pain. It was bothering me. I went and talked to Dr. Tesner and his team about how they were going to use the regenerative treatments to help my body heal itself. It's unbelievable. It's great. They'll start with a consultation. They'll show you the healing tools. They'll show you what to do. Surgery is your choice, your body. You need to take care of it. So call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is totally free. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place, here with a happy customer.
Wilson's trying very hard.
Thanks, Mom. I mean, Margaret.
Wilson, is this your mom?
Yes.
Mom.
Wilson, your mom should like your windows.
Oh, I wouldn't know. We actually have Pella windows.
Mom!
They've really lowered our energy bills.
I'm going to go wait in the car.
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. Yeah, that's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in 1 day. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint. Ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros. No subcontractors at Comer & Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer & Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia. Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
He was born here, started a business here, and raised his own family here. For Vivek Ramaswamy, his Ohio roots go deep. That's why he cares so much about our state and will never stop fighting to lower costs for working families, because Ohio's his home. Apurva Ramaswamy knows why her husband fights for us.
No one knows Vivek like I do. Growing up in Cincinnati made my husband into the man he is. He went to public schools that taught him to work hard. This state gave him opportunities he could never have dreamed of. It's why Vivek cares so much about fighting for all of us, because the system's rigged against the people we care about, and that's not fair. I know how much he cares about improving people's lives and how much he loves this state. That's why we need him as governor.
Fighting for his home and all Ohioans. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Pretty quiet start to the day out there with a fair bit of sunshine to begin our Thursday. That'll continue throughout the day, partly to mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance of a shower or storm popping up this afternoon, but many of us will be dry. Lower 80s on the way. Mostly sunny skies for your Friday. Highs are back in the lower 80s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
I saw that noted media dinosaur Mike Francesa apparently yesterday took aim at the WNBA because he has a podcast.
Tell us what he said, but in his voice.
The league is in shambles. I mean, nobody even watches. It's terrible. It's terrible, horrible. It's garbage league. So I saw he's ranting and raving about this, and I just want to remind everybody that, like, the people who hold that opinion, promise you, guaranteed, the only people who say that are the people who never watch the WNBA. Like, Mike Francesa has not watched 1 second of WNBA basketball, but he's got a hot take on how good or bad the league is. That bums me out. Because if you actually, Tyvis, you watch, I watch. When we watch it, we see basketball being played. Good basketball. Great basketball in some cases.
Yeah, they got to stop. They got to stop that whole, like, it's the league's terrible. It's not. It's basketball. And if you actually pay attention, it's actually some really good basketball players in the league that plays at a high level. It's literally, to me, like watching NBA. I told you, the one thing that they don't do that NBA do is dunk. That's it. Outside of that, they got flashy passes. They got people that pull from the yard like Steph. They got people that got great handles. Like, it's literally basketball. I don't understand where people be coming. And I hate the people that get on. I'm not going to say hate, because hate is a strong word.
hate them. Go ahead.
No. Hate is a strong word. I'm not going to say that. Strongly dislike the people that get on Twitter and just, like, take lowlights from game and just put it out there as if this is the let's check in on the WNBA. And it'd be like missed layups and air balls. And I'd be like, okay, so they don't do that in the NBA?
They do it in the NBA all the time, too. They do it in college basketball all the time. You could put together a highlight reel of, like, top 5 college basketball teams having air balls and blown layups and be like, this is why I can't watch college basketball. This is why I can't watch the NBA. You could do it with anything. You could do it with the NFL and say, look at all these quarterbacks who can't throw, and just put together highlights of J.J. McCarthy.
Like I
and
say,
you'd be right there with it and say, none of these quarterbacks can play.
The WNBA has the talent that they've gained in the past couple of years have made that league really good, really fun to watch.
I mean, more people watch the WNBA than the NHL.
Yes.
Someone just, or they just had like a, what was it? Fever Dream was like 3 million viewers.
Atlanta Fever versus the Indiana Dream. For those who don't, Fever Dream is not like that. You're not having a fever dream, but I got
Fever versus Dream.
Yeah,
had over 3 million. I think the highest rated game in the NHL this past season did like 1.5 or something like that.
Outside of the playoffs. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's right. And it's fine if you don't watch WNBA. I don't mind that. What I don't like is, like, I don't watch motocross, so I don't have any opinions on motocross. If someone comes out who does watch it and says product's gone down, I go, oh, well, that person who watches all the time doesn't like it. That's on them. Another person come out and say motocross is doing excellent. It's the greatest sport ever. Okay, I have no opinion because I don't watch. It's not for me. If you don't watch the WNBA, that's fine. But guys like Mike Francesa, who I know don't watch the WNBA, coming out saying, it's a terrible league. Oh, you're a terrible human being. You don't know what you're talking about. But only the people who don't watch the league are the ones who hold that opinion. And I find it weird because
I just hate
it doesn't happen anywhere else. You know what I mean?
I hate that right now when you think of WNBA, it turns into a whole nother conversation with the whole Enes Kanter and
absolutely stupid.
The women thing that identifies as women and the transgender community and all of that. Like, that's like, I wanted to. Let's stick to the court.
Yes, by the way,
it's overshadowing what the product on the court is.
I would guess every player in the WNBA would rather answer questions about, hey, you missed 15 out of your 27 shots. What was going on with the shot selection? They'd rather answer questions like that than they'd answer about, can you define a woman? Like, that's just you're just going for the low-hanging fruit, and you're trying to turn this into something that it doesn't have to be. You're trying to, like, take shots at that league when you don't have to. It's stupid.
Can we take a shot at someone when in the cartoon world?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because in the YouTube chat, they brought up Caillou.
Oh, yeah, someone said I would like Caillou. I probably... Let me tell you right now.
I don't even know what that...
Caillou?
Google Caillou right now.
Let me tell you right now, Caillou is the only person living or imagined that I've ever wished got cancer.
Oh, my God.
I hate Caillou. He's a cartoon. I can wish cancer on cartoon Caillou.
Okay.
I hate Caillou.
Listen, if you're
the worst cartoon ever.
If you're a young first-time parent and you're thinking about what cartoons your kids are going to watch, please keep them away from Caillou and Daniel Tiger unless you want them to be certified whiny bitches.
Yeah.
Those two. There's an episode of Daniel Tiger where one of the other characters doesn't want to sit by him because he has a tuna fish sandwich. She's just like, hey, that smells. This dude starts crying.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the hate on tuna fish?
What are we talking about?
What's this hate on tuna
Yeah, but if I don't like the smell of tuna fish and I don't want to sit by you, that doesn't mean you should cry about it.
That's
You
that's
big
on,
baby.
What show that's on?
Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which is like a spinoff of Mr. Rogers.
Well, Mr. Rogers was great. I don't think Mr. Rogers would tell you to go cry in a corner because someone doesn't like the smell of your tuna sandwich. I don't know what happened to that show. Yeah, I'm with you. Daniel Tiger can go to hell.
And Caillou's just crying all the time.
Yes, all the time.
It's nonstop.
Cry me.
Speaking of, there's a show called Bubble Guppy. Now we're into like the shows my kids watch.
The
Dude,
Bubble Guppies.
I can't. Okay.
Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppy. Guppy. Bubble Guppy.
I can't get behind Bubble Guppies.
That one now.
The universe doesn't make sense for Bubble Guppies because, Tyvis, what are the Bubble Guppies?
What's the bubble guts? That's when you ate something bad and your stomach get to rumbling.
Where do the bubble guppies live? Do they live above the surface of the water?
You think I watched that?
They live
just
under
sang the whole song
You
for
sang
us.
the song.
I put it on and I look away.
Okay. Bubble guppies live underwater. Okay. They had an episode.
So does SpongeBob.
Yes, and they have to, and what does SpongeBob do? They have the squirrel.
Breathe.
And what does the squirrel do when she's down there with them?
She puts a helmet on.
Yes, because she has to breathe air. So they have like some consistency.
Because the water doesn't go through her suit and go.
Because she's in the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That makes sense.
Bubble Guppies had an episode.
Have you ever tried to go down with just like
whoa?
You need to stop.
You need to talk quicker. That's what I think. You ever go down, pause? I'm just saying, that was a self-inflicted error on your part.
Put a helmet on your head with no air tank and go in the water.
No, but I'm saying there's at least an attempt at consistency. Bubble Guppies had an episode once I'm watching with my kids, and I've seen people make fun of this online, and they're spot on. The bubble guppy, one of the kids, the little whiny ass fish, gets stuck in a tree, and they have to call the fire department. The bubble guppy's fire department has to come out and rescue the bubble guppy in the tree. So they bring him down to he gets on the ladder, gets on the truck. The truck is still like 8 feet tall. Bubble Guppy then swims down from the bottom of from the top of the truck to the bottom. He just swims down. Swim down from the tree is all you have to do, but he doesn't do it because it doesn't make any sense. The show sucks. I hate the consistency of that show.
So
it annoys me to no end.
You watched the episode and was upset.
Yes. Well, like I watched Bluey. When Bluey's great. Whenever the dogs are happy, their tails wag like dogs. That's good. Yes.
But they're also walking on 2 feet, Bone. Come on.
Dogs walk on 2 feet.
Do they?
Yeah, they do tricks.
Regularly?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Bluey guy, but to act like it's realistic is something else.
I mean, they got to take some license. Bubble Guppies just doesn't. It's like, why even have them underwater? Just call them bubble birds and make them be birds of the air. Like, there's no consistency to them being under the water. It's stupid. Everything's stupid. Everything sucks, Dylan. I don't know if you know that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, cartoons of our generation, good. Current one, bad. Get off my lawn.
No. Like, I will watch Bob's Burgers. That's of our generation. That's of now. That's not of our generation. Bob's Burgers, great. Archer, great cartoon. Love those. They're not for kids, but I love those.
Archer's too dry for me, and that's saying something.
You got to work on your sense. Archer's one of my favorites ever. Teen Titans Go. That one's getting suggested. That's a very good one. If you haven't watched Teen Titans Go, that's what? Oh, all right.
My kid likes it. I don't know if I would sit down and watch it right now.
If there was a show that you wanted to show your kids, you get one cartoon show from your childhood to show your kids, which one would you pick?
It's a tough question.
I know.
From my childhood. Yeah, because see, I mean, I want them to have my sense of humor. Animaniacs, I do think is very good. I really liked Animaniacs, but it was educational. You learn like the state capitals and you learn the countries of the world.
Jimmy Neutron was educational.
Yeah.
Was it?
Dexter's Laboratory was also
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, that was pretty educational. I don't know.
Smartest kid you've ever seen.
No, you know what? I'd probably make them watch Ren and Stimpy just to traumatize them. Did you ever watch Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Did you ever watch Cat Dog or the Angry Beavers?
Not as much. Well, I've seen Angry Beavers, but it's a different show, I think, than what you're talking about. It's different. Hey, by the way, the Pro Bowl's dead. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
On the southeast side, we are seeing a disabled vehicle, 270 eastbound near Alum Creek Drive. That right shoulder is blocked. It's causing a little bit of some slowdowns for folks just in that area alone, not too far away. Also, of course, we got to talk about US 33, that westbound direction at Gender Road. Really slow moving this morning. A lot of people just heading out the door over by Canal Winchester. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, you better do your homework. Once a joint is replaced, there is no going back. Hi, it's Tyvis Powell. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to Dr. Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatment to deliver relief to patients like you here in the Columbus area. If you're a good candidate, they'll concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right on the spot that actually causes the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off surgery, or in some cases, even avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Go to QCKinetics/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Tyvis spent his football years tackling dummies. Now he spends his mornings talking to one. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
T-Bone, I got a dilemma, and I need to ask you about this.
Good, because I don't want to talk about the Pro Bowl at all.
We'll talk about it. We'll get to it.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because it's dumb. And no, the NFL doesn't want to talk about it either. They want it to go away. They're getting rid of it. Go ahead.
Anyways.
Go ahead.
So I have a nephew who just graduated high school, right?
Okay.
And he wanted to go to college. I forget where. He wanted to go to Akron, I think.
Okay.
And he said that he was going to do like a branch campus and then transfer to Akron.
Sure, a lot of people do that.
Right. But then I was talking to my sister like a couple weeks ago, and she tells me that he says he wants to take a year off and then go. Now,
the gap year, yeah.
Lots of people do that.
So this is my experience. When you take that gap year, that's it. You ain't going to go back.
It would be my guess that like 50 to 60% of people that take the gap year don't go back.
So I'm like,
I get that.
I feel like when my sister said that, she immediately said, when he said that to me, that just told me he ain't going to school. He don't want to go to school no more.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him because I think that's the wrong decision, but it's his life.
Yeah, but I feel like did he come to you asking for advice? Or
He did not. Okay. He don't even know I know about this.
Yeah, see, that's tough because if he comes to you saying, hey, what do you think, Uncle Tyvis, then I think you got every right to jump in there and help out. It's a little more murky when they're not asking for the advice because you can tell them, like I know this with my kids even, like when they're not asking for the advice, I can give all the advice I want to. It goes in one ear, out the other. When they are actually looking for help is when they're actually a lot of times listening.
He's what is he, 18, 19?
Yeah, probably
18 or 19
getting
right
ready
now.
If he graduate high school. Yeah.
And I'm thinking like just some of his decisions that he's made so far has not been great.
Here's my thought on the gap year thing is when you're in school, you are used to that cadence of I get a few months off, and then for 9 months out of the year, I'm going to class, I'm doing homework, I'm studying, I'm doing all that stuff.
Yes.
When you get a taste of not doing that, it's really hard to then opt back into doing that.
Yes.
When you could just not do that anymore. So the gap year thing, I think the people who are like, yes, I'm going to go spend the year in Paris and then live in the rich kids, the Richie Riches that do that. Then their parents are like, okay, now you're going off to Wharton and we've got a whole life plan for you. It's easier for them to stick with it because there's a mechanism there to keep them in the game. But if you're not if you're saying, yeah, I got to go to a branch campus, I got to work this out, but I'm going to take a year off just to get my head right, you may find a job. You may find something you like to do. Hey, I went to school for a year and quit. So I'm not saying you have to go to college. But what I am saying is if your goal is to finish college and you don't go that first year, it may be tough for you to go back and sign up for another 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I tend to agree with where you're at.
As someone who took a lot of gap years, Bone, I'm agreeing with what you're saying because my high school graduation date to college graduation date, 7 years. And it wasn't because I was failing stuff. It was because every so often I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I probably quit school 3 times.
I get it. I actually now, I've thought about going back just to get the degree, just to say
school.
I did it.
Yes.
But I now I would never,
That's why I just do it all. Just
get it all done.
Just get it done and just be done with it.
Dylan, how many, I'm impressed that you would leave and then come back multiple times. Because I could see one time maybe. But after the second or third time, it would be like, yeah, why am I going back?
Technically, the first time I flunked out of Ohio State.
Oh, I thought you said
That's what happened. So,
okay. Well, that's all right. It happens.
Was you partying too much?
Yeah, it was a lot of my friends. So I grew up an hour away, and a lot of times they'd be like, hey, can we come down and party on campus and stay at your apartment? And the answer was always yes.
Yes.
And the answer should have always been no. Because it's if you're at my house, I'm not going to do my schoolwork while you're here.
You don't want to be they're all there for you to hang out with you.
Your priorities wasn't in line.
You're exactly right.
Well, not all of us had, millionaire coaches screaming at us, Tyvis, like you. It's a little different motive. Well, they did. Yes, they screamed at you.
When I was a grown man.
I get that, but they
I know
also
what I got to do.
Yeah.
I don't need. You think I needed Urban to yell at me about something?
No, I wish I had Urban yelling at me in my life.
I'm saying I would have definitely needed that. Because I lost that art. I went to art history and flunked out of that, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about all this. And then I went to that poli-sci class. They gave me a 20-page paper. I did ace that class. That class was great. Then I went to statistics and said statistics were not.
Stats was tough.
That was not for me.
Stats is the class that is really that in business calculus. Boy, I was in there
I have never worked harder at anything in my life than at that stats class, and I got a C-, and I was so relieved because I thought I failed. I worked so hard at that and barely got through it.
I can't remember. I think it might have been business. Was it business cal? I think I failed business cal.
It's tough.
But the reason I failed, because I took it during the season. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot juggling the season and that.
I have always said for any NCAA athlete, I feel like everybody's all about you got to go to school, get an education. Education's so important. We value education. Great. Let the students who play sports take their scholarship and put it whenever they want to use it in life. Because if you are a star football or basketball player,
they'll never use it.
Maybe not. But my point is it's there if you want it. But I feel like making college athletes who have to sit through the classes, try to do all the work while their season's going on, while they're being told by their coaches, this is your priority, they're not getting the same education as someone who's just going to school. If you want people to actually get an education, you want to do it while you're playing, go ahead. Mm-hmm. But if you would rather push it to when you're 30, let's say, and you're done maybe with sports or whatever, and maybe that's now you got some money, but you've got some time to go back to school, you might actually get more benefit out of that degree is all I'm saying.
As a 32-year-old guy right now, if school was an option, you could go back. As a matter of fact, I believe through the NFL, I qualify for to get my master's. They'll pay for it, a lot of it.
There you go.
But I don't want to go back to school.
What would you use your master's for?
Business.
Oh, well, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I don't want to go back. I don't want to do all that.
I'd go back and get one of those degrees that's just studying music history or something. I get nothing
important.
To
go write a paper right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
If someone put a gun to my head right now and said either you have to go back to college for 4 years or go to prison for 4 years. So I'm choosing jail.
Oh, well,
is that the fan poll today?
You are
go to prison or go. No, Dylan, come on,
man.
No, I refuse. I don't want to participate in academics ever again.
There's a lot of things you have to participate in prison that are not anything that have to do with book learning.
Was growing up with school like not your
thing? You will learn some things.
It's not like I struggled. I just
some people
don't
like
have interest in it. Yeah, I just wasn't interested in it.
Was you too smart for it?
No,
like high school. Like high school. Like, did you study?
No.
Did you get good grades?
I got good grades. I wouldn't say I got great grades.
Okay, I'm saying there are a lot of people though who like have to study just to get mediocre to good grades. You're someone who probably didn't ever have to study and got okay grades. Then you got to college. It was probably a much tougher thing.
I think college is easier than high school.
Really?
Are you insane?
That's.
I feel like you got more time to do stuff. Like as long as you can manage your time.
I feel like the material in high school.
Make your own schedule. In high school, they have these kids and talk about prison. Look up the similarities between schools and prisons, man. Those kids are just locked up for 7 hours.
I've never been, well, I've only been to college for 1 year. I've been to prison for no years. But like, I tend to be with Tyvis that I'd rather go to college than go to prison.
Yeah, Dylan's out. Dylan ain't never been to prison, or you don't know too many people that have been to prison, because I had a sister and a mentor that's been there, and they called me every single day, and the conversation led the same way. I got to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get out of here.
I don't think
they saying that, I say, yeah, I'm cool.
So the NFL is eliminating the Pro Bowl games. Now, they already got rid of the actual Pro Bowl competitive competition many years ago, but now the Pro Bowl games, they're getting rid of that. So they're not getting rid of the Pro Bowl voting. You can still get voted to be a Pro Bowler. I actually think this is good.
Yeah.
For the honor of being named to the Pro Bowl.
It means something again.
Well, what has happened previously is you get guys who get like
alternates.
This guy's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders was technically a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But how did that happen? Not because he was a great quarterback.
No, because whoever the initial guy was either don't want to go to the game or got hurt and getting surgery,
or is in the playoffs and can't.
And then neither did the next guy, or the next guy.
And so they all got
it watered down Pro Bowl selections. It really did.
It did. So now at least this going away, no one has to turn down an invite because there is no invite. You just get named a Pro Bowl.
It makes the Pro Bowl like half weight again.
Yeah, saying you have a Pro Bowl to your name is good.
Like how when we laugh about it, but when we do is this guy a Hall of Famer? And somebody's like, well, he made the Pro Bowl 10 times. And I was like, that don't mean nothing to me.
I need to know what era that was.
Pro he is.
Right.
Now, actually, it means something, because if he made the Pro Bowl, like, you should be all pro or something like that as well. So it will go back to being hand in hand.
Yeah. I didn't watch the Pro Bowl games. I know some of you did. That's fine.
Nobody watched that, and they knew that.
Nobody should watch it.
Watching that.
People watch anything with you slap the NFL logo on it. They make you watch it.
It's Sean Taylor's fault.
Oh yeah, when he destroyed that. What was it, kicker?
The punter.
Yeah. That was rough. But that now means the NFL is the only pro sports league, I believe, that doesn't technically have a game for their all-star selection.
Who cares?
Right?
They ain't gonna be
I don't care either. I'm telling you. Yeah, there are probably other ones that go that way too.
NBA weekend.
I watched the dunk competition and 3-point competition more than I watched the actual game. I'll give you that.
I think everybody does.
I'll give them that. Dunk contest sucks too, though.
Well, you saw Shaq's been putting on that dunk competition that's putting that thing to shame. You got guys jumping over cars. You got guys,
and it's crazy because
you got an accountant on there that won the whole damn thing.
You would say we done seen every dunk. And then Shaq pulls this league out and people doing stuff. I'm like, I ain't never seen that before.
It's incredible. But those guys are all like, they don't care if they get hurt because they don't have an NBA season to go back to, right? That is their championship. For a lot of guys who don't want to participate in the dunk competition, that's because they still got half the season left. It's maybe if you did in the offseason, you might get more participation, but then who's watching it? Probably no one. What if I told you that Ohio State has a potential Heisman winner on the roster and his name isn't Jeremiah Smith or Julian Sayin? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Now looking at a 14-minute delay if you're traveling on the west side, 270 northbound at Cemetery Road. We're still watching a crash for you out there. That left lane and left shoulder is still restricted, so be careful when you're passing by. And if you want to avoid the traffic, honestly, just get off 270. Use Roberts Road to head towards Dublin Road, northbound all the way to 161, and then from that ramp continuing on 270 northbound. It could definitely save you some time on this Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating US restaurants while supplies last.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
Truck drivers, get more of what you're looking for from Schneider. Schneider delivers more for drivers with more new equipment, more driving options to choose from, and more support from our 24/7 maintenance team. Find a job that fits your lifestyle at Schneider. Choose from solo or team driving jobs with many home time choices, including local, regional, tanker, and dedicated options. Become a Schneider driver and get more from your career. Search driving jobs today at schneiderjobs.com. That's schneiderjobs.com.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Get eco.
Hey, Jerry, remember when you invented that tiny bit of paper at the start of a new roll of sticky tape that helps you find the end?
Ah, yes, the Jerry tab. Too bad the name never caught on.
But it makes the thing you already paid for more useful.
And makes your life more enjoyable.
So I thought we could make people's lives more enjoyable when they call us to do plumbing work on their home.
Get eco.
ECO. If you get ECO to replace your water heater, our helpful plumbers will do up to $500 worth of additional plumbing work for free while we're there.
The job's too little to call a plumber for, but you really want a plumber to fix.
Get eco.
ECO. And if you need something bigger done, we'll give you $500 off the cost of that.
Wait, we could put a Jerry tab at the beginning of every toilet paper roll. I could be famous after all.
Get eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Home of the Jerry tab.
GetEco.com.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, it's our season finale. We're at the OSU Golf Club to preview next month's Nationwide Children's Championship at the Scarlet Course.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So one of the top teams in the Big Ten this year, one of the crazy stories is Penn State. Can they make the CFP this year? How many wins will they have? Well, go on Kalshi right now. Penn State to win 10 or more games is trading at 42%, meaning $100 will win you $214.05. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you could buy in and out of your position. Trade the draft, pick the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code POWELL, P-O-W-E-L-L, to get $20 when you trade $20. Kalshi, trade on anything. You must be 18 or older. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Well, Tyvis, one of the guys that I'm sure if you were looking at the odds to win the Heisman, Jeremiah Smith would have some, I would think, some good odds. Probably not the best odds because despite him being the best player in college football, no questions asked.
Let me see where he's
it becomes more of
Kalshi.
A quarterback award than a wide receiver award, but I hope he is a finalist, and I hope he wins it this year if he has the season that we all want him to have, right? Another guy that obviously could be in the mix is Julian Sayin, given that he is a quarterback and will be throwing to a guy as talented as Jeremiah Smith. If the offense is good, that could be something to keep an eye on too. However, Jeremiah Smith was talking yesterday about someone else on the roster that he said as early as the spring, apparently, he thought could be a Heisman Trophy candidate at some point in his career.
I think I said this back in spring. I said to Luke Montgomery, I said, before Legend Bay leave Ohio State, he'll be a Heisman finalist or he'll end up winning it. And the things he's been doing in practice has been pretty special for sure.
Legend Bay.
You know, I always love to hear the guys because you got coaches that hype a guy up, but it's different when it's your own teammate, you know, because it's like, especially like coming from a guy like Jeremiah Smith, if he's saying that, he must be in practice ridiculous. It must be ridiculous, some of the things he's doing. And it's crazy because I told you I went to practice in spring when they was having spring ball, and I was sitting there and I was talking to Maurice Claret. And he was like, I'm telling you right now, Legend, the way he see it and his acceleration is some of the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
And I was looking at him like, y'all, you gassing him like he ain't even took a snap. Yeah, he said, Tyvis, I'm telling you, that dude right there. And they ain't even really got to coaching him like that yet. But like his fundamentals and how he see it right now.
Well,
so
like to that point,
always had that in my mind. But we haven't seen him because he didn't play in the spring game. And
the first couple days we were at camp,
he wasn't there. So yeah. I haven't really got a chance to necessarily see it.
I'm excited to see him on the field. We talked about how they put the number 2 on him. You don't get to wear the number 2 at Ohio State unless there is a massive expectation. It's not the block O, that's a different thing. But I mean, the guys who have worn number 2 here, many of them have gone on to be A-lister NFL type guys, or certainly college football royalties. So
who's the weakest number 2?
Oh, there's a lot of people that have worn it. We'd have to go back and look, but go back to the days of Chris Carter wore number 2, and I know his career here was different than it was, but Mike Doss wore number 2. Like all these great players, offense, defense. Kenyatta Jackson's wearing it as well this year. That's a guy who's expected to have a big year. To have a freshman wearing it,
double digit sacks, nothing less.
Yes, but that's the point. That's the expectation.
It has to be.
So what's the expectation for a freshman who's coming in, who is getting hyped like this, wearing the number 2 jersey? That running back room, like you said, is very crowded right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're going to do it. I tell you what, the way they talk about Legend Bay and all this speed, he sound like a guy that's not going to get caught in the second level like the other 2 running backs.
Right. So this is where I think there's a chance for him to separate himself if he is that deal, and if he can get away from the first couple guys, then watch out.
If this kid have one of them type of seasons where by the end of this year we looking at him like he one of the best players, first of all, I don't know if he'll ever get out of the 2 jersey, but they should give him the block O for the rest of his career. You know why?
Wow.
Because this is a guy who fought going to Tennessee. Like they made him sign to Tennessee, and he said
his family did. Yeah,
I'm not going there. I'm a Buckeye. So like that to me is like the epitome of what you want a Buckeye to be. Like he's through and through a Buckeye.
To your guys' points about Legend Bay, I was shocked yesterday when the Sean Alexander Freshman of the Year watch list came out. There's 3 Buckeyes on there. Legend Bay's not one of them. It was Chris Henry Jr., Jay Timmons, and Sincere Johnson. So apparently Legend Bay's at best the fourth best true freshman on the roster. We better expect a lot out of those three guys as well, based off of this news.
Well, what I'm saying is, and we're hearing plenty about those guys too.
Sincere sometime this year.
Yeah, we're here. There's plenty of good, especially Jay Timmons, right? He's getting a lot of talk coming out of camp.
He might be the starting nickel,
right? But like, I feel like I've heard as much about any of those guys, I've heard as much or more about Legend Bay.
Exactly. That's my point. And it's like, I don't understand why he's not on this watch list, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
Watch listers, to your point,
I say the watch list is irrelevant.
Watch lists are irrelevant. Exactly. Like, it's what you do when you get the ball in your hands or when you get a chance to go make plays on the field. And I know there's a lot of other aspects to it than when he gets the ball, he's electric. But if he gets the ball and does do the things that everyone seems to think he can do, yeah, the fact that you have a guy I'll tell you, the last guy I've heard this much hype about from when people got a look at him. Now, it was different.
It was Jeremiah Smith.
Well, it was to me. But the difference is with Jeremiah Smith, when they saw him, it was like, this guy is a grown man coming in as a freshman. He looks like an NFL wide receiver. And then every single thing he did since then was also like top of the line. No one could touch him, all that.
The difference between those two is they said that about JJ, and then they posted the clips online about JJ. We haven't seen no legend clips.
There's clips out there today. Did you not see those? Oh, I just saw one. Now,
let me do my Googles.
They're close-ups, and they're zoomed in, and they're slow-mo, but, like, the shiftiness looks like it's there. The hype train is beginning, my friend. I'm telling you. Like, I don't know that he will end up like any of those guys. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of hype train, too. There was about, Devin Sanchez when he came in, and then it took him time, and it's taking him time to adjust to the game. So I'm not trying to say he will. I agree. Jeremiah Smith's the one who said he's going to win a Heisman or at least be a finalist before he leaves here. That's not me putting words in his mouth. He said that, and he's as close as anyone to this situation. So I like to hear that about the guys that we haven't seen yet. That gives me some hope. That gets me excited for watching this guy when he plays.
I hope we see some Legend Bay in the slot as well, not just in the backfield.
Yeah, get it. I mean, if he is that deal and get the ball in his hands and he makes guys miss, if that's truly what's happening, then get him in space when the opportunity presents itself. It may not be right off the bat, but let's see what he can do. I'm all for that. Marvin Lewis, of all people, jumped on and started talking about the Bengals and had some interesting thoughts about what this season is for the Bengals and where they need to go with Joe Burrow. All that we'll hear next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at a new crash on the east side right now, just south of Reynoldsburg. It's 70 westbound, just beyond State Route 256, really over by Bryce Road. That left shoulder is restricted for drivers there. Also still watching a disabled vehicle affecting some traffic 270 eastbound near Alum Creek Drive. That's just outside of Groveport. That right shoulder is currently blocked. Hey, a heads up delays. You will notice them 71 northbound over by Greenlawn Avenue as you make your way towards downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Making ends meet matters for Ohio families. Congressman Mike Carey is working to help you keep more of what you earn and get the benefits you deserve. Mike Carey supported the Social Security Fairness Act, helping ensure public servants like teachers, firefighters, and police officers receive the full benefits they've earned. And Mike Carey is working to deliver tax relief for more Ohioans. Congressman Carey backed historic tax cuts for working families and seniors. That plan eliminated taxes on tips and overtime, expanded the child tax credit, and provided thousands in tax relief for Ohio seniors. Because whether you're working, raising a family, or planning for retirement, every dollar matters. Visit carry.house.gov to learn more or get help accessing benefits or dealing with a federal agency. Congressman Kerry's office is here to help and fighting to help your family keep more of what you earn. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congressman Mike Kerry.
Your next getaway is closer than you think at your Columbus Zoo. Baby elephants, playful tigers, hungry giraffes. Explore North America Trek and discover rescued bear cubs, eagles, and more. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Bats R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Bats R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Bats R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Bats R Us builds it to last. That's Bats R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Bats R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Bats R Us. Bats R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
$5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Your joints hurt every day, and you've been told you need surgery. All you got to do is make sure you do your homework. There's a lot of doctors that are going to try to force you under the knife, and they're going to force you for a joint replacement. But remember this, once you go and start putting hardware in there and you replace a joint, there's no going back. I've had multiple surgeries. I have hardware in my body. I don't want to do it again. And that's why I went and saw my friends at QC Kinetics to get a second opinion. I had some knee pain. It was bothering me. I went and talked to Dr. Tesner and his team about how they were going to use the regenerative treatments to help my body heal itself. It's unbelievable. It's great. They'll start with a consultation. They'll show you the healing tools. They'll show you what to do. Surgery is your choice, your body. You need to take care of it. So call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is totally free. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Steve here with USA Insulation. Let's do some quick math together. Your energy bill this summer, probably one of the highest you've ever paid. Now imagine that same bill all winter long. That's what you're going to be looking at if you don't fix your insulation. You can still get the best deal of the year. We foam your walls. We insulate your attic for free. That ends August 31st. You don't want to miss it. The insulation pays for itself in energy savings. Call before August 31st for your free attic insulation. 529-2440 or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation. Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians had another comeback victory last night. They beat the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 4-3 to complete a 3-game sweep of the Halos. The Guardians have now won 7 games in a row. They'll try to make it 8 tomorrow night versus the Kansas City Royals. The Cincinnati Reds, also had a comeback last night. They beat the San Francisco Giants 10-9 after being down 6 runs going into the 9th inning. They'll start a series against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field tomorrow afternoon. And finally, the NFL is getting rid of the Pro Bowl games starting this year. The focus will now shift to honoring the players selected. 88 players will be selected in the class with no replacement selections. This update is sponsored by High Bank Distillery Co., locally inspired dishes and award-winning cocktails. Visit highbankco.com to make your reservation today. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. And America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We had some thoughts earlier today. If you've missed any part of the show, just go find it wherever you get podcasts. Just go search it whenever you get a chance. T-Bone and Tyvis on your favorite podcast app. Like it, save it, subscribe to it. It's all brought to you by our friends at Capital Ford of Columbus, but you may have missed earlier today, an hour ago, our list topic was best cartoons of all time. That led us to talking about, stuff that was on like Adult Swim. It led us to talking about stuff that we watched when we were kids. We did get into the discussion of cartoons for children that like our kids have watched. And that has led to apparently Dylan getting yelled at by Joshua Perry. A back and forth is occurring in the text messages because Dylan, and I agree with Dylan that like Caillou sucks. Daniel Tiger is overrated. They're both very whiny.
Yes.
But apparently Joshua Perry is not in agreement with that. Apparently.
Yeah, he texted me and said Caillou and Daniel Tiger tried to teach emotional regulation. And I said they teach kids to be soft AF.
Do you have a response to that?
He said that he doesn't think that they're that bad. And I was like, well, if I need emotional regulation for my kid, I turn on Bluey. That's what Bluey's for. I'm not turning to Caillou or Daniel Tiger for that.
Yeah. I mean, Bluey, I think, is a great show. But Daniel Tiger's tough because I do have a soft spot because I grew up watching Mr. Rogers, and that's based off of some of the Mr. Rogers stuff. But Caillou is one of the worst shows. And it's one of the worst kids things I've ever seen. The only other show I've not enjoyed as much as Caillou, and this was very much a second place to my hatred for Caillou, but right behind it was Dora the Explorer.
And you know like Dora the Explorer?
You know why? Because Dora never had an episode where she went, "Hola, my name's Dora. Today we're going to explore." How does Dora talk? It's, "Hola, we're going to watch on the map today. Dora says let's go." She can't ever not scream. And I just thought, why do we shout at the top of our lungs, Dora? Can we just have some volume control?
Man, they give us one Hispanic cartoon and you hate on it, Bone.
Is that what it is?
Why you got to be like that?
I did like that I was learning some. There were times where I know what that is. I know the Spanish word there. I understood it. But yeah, I never liked how she just screamed constantly. That was the only part of it that I wasn't a fan of. But yeah, to each their own, I guess, on that. I saw Marvin Lewis. He was on a podcast with Trey Wingo, Inside Football with Trey Wingo. A lot of expectations for the Bengals. Marvin Lewis was talking about what that organization thinks and how they act. And this is not going to surprise you, given they employed him for, 37 straight years, I believe. But Marvin Lewis says that the Brown family, they're not as bad as everybody thinks.
Let's talk about the Brown family. Every time, Mike Brown doesn't give a about money. Don't waste it. All the money goes to the football team, and that football team win it. The man has no outside habits other than reading big-ass, thick books that I used to just look at on his desk or beside me on the plane. Like, damn, I'd go to sleep in 1 second. He just wants to win football games the way he wants to win. He doesn't want to mortgage the franchise on 1 year, one player. He sees a 3 or 4 year projection. And that's different than some organizations work.
We think that's the right approach.
I think that I understand what this theory always comes up a lot because I understand it from both sides where it's like for Cincinnati, they haven't won a Super Bowl in years.
Right?
Ever.
They've never won a Super Bowl. No. They've been.
Really?
Nope, never won.
Yeah, they've been. They won in 2022.
Okay.
Ask any Bengals fan; they'll tell you.
Okay, Dylan. But yeah, they also won the '80s, right? With the
Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, Boomer
so what
against
I'm
the
saying
Niners, at least in one of those.
So
right?
if you've never won, you got a fan base that's like, I don't care about winning multiple. I just want to win one.
Yeah.
So I'd mortgage the future just to win the one. But then you got a front office that's like, it's not smart. When we get there, we want to be like, we cracked the code. Like, we know what we doing. We want it to be always in the running. Like, we don't want to just win one and then never win it again for 20 years. We want to win one, if not the next year, the year after that, like, continuously stay up there. So I understand the front office, but I always side with the fans. Like, give me one. Just give me one, and I can hang my hat on that.
You see, the thing with Marvin Lewis, though, that he said that the Brown family doesn't give a damn about money, and I think that could be taken out of context because I think what he's saying is he's willing to put money back into the team, but he doesn't give a damn about, money outside of the Bengals because they don't have money outside of the Bengals. Their moneymaker is the Bengals. They're not like Stan Kroenke that has all this real estate money that he could just go and sign whoever and trade for whoever.
Their cash
but he
pool.
can't.
Yes,
though.
their cash pool.
But Stan Kroenke can't do that. Like, you can't. That's why there's a salary cap.
Yeah, but it's not like every team spends up to the cap bone.
No, but the Bengals come pretty close, don't they? I mean, I will say this with the Bengals.
Not year after year, like maybe like right now. And I think that's part of his point that like right now that they're starting to actually like go on a year-to-year basis than trying to constantly plan 3 or 4 years out.
Don't get me wrong. The Bengals problem for like the last 3 decades, for sure, they have been one of those organizations that seems to care a little bit more about the money. Like he said, but I get where he's coming from. His point is that the Brown family, his argument is they don't want to go out and over leverage themselves, not because of the finances, but because you have this reality of the NFL where you don't want to get too far out. Then you got all these contracts, and now you can't go out and be flexible when you need to fix things, right? He talked a little bit more about this with Joe Burrow and some of the things they've done to surround him with talent. And this is, again, Marvin Lewis talking about how the Bengals now have to try to, this is one of those cash it in type of times.
Joe knows the window of Gesicki and T and Chase. It's closing, okay, because they can't keep everybody going forward. And they've added the guys on defense. And now they just got to get the secondary to begin to play together. And they've got an opportunity. But I'm telling you, his words trigger action. Ain't no question in my mind. They trigger action because that man loves quarterbacks and he wants to win in the worst way.
I don't know if he wants to win in the worst way. Sometimes I think he wants to win the way he wants to win. Like,
I mean, what more do you want them to do, though?
Well, like specifically with Marvin Lewis, there were probably Bengals fans saying we probably should have moved on from him 3 or 4 years before they did.
Are you saying that they need to move on from Zach Taylor?
Well, what I'm saying is I think everyone realizes if it doesn't happen this season, stuff's going to change.
Has to.
Right. So, like, that's why they went a lot more in on the defense, trying to spend the money, make the adjustments, do the big swings. And what I will tell you is this. I think the Bengals' comparative in this state to another team is the Cleveland Guardians. I think the Bengals, it's not necessarily in Cleveland, their problem is with baseball, there is no cap, so you don't have that limit for the top tier teams. But the Guardians do look at it as every single year we want to be right in the playoff hunt. Every single year we want to be that good. We're not going to go necessarily all in and just push all our chips forward because what about next year?
Marvin Lewis came back and won last night.
Yes, they did.
I only said it 3 times.
You say it's been in every update.
I told y'all I'm not. I can't watch it because if I do, it's gonna jinx it.
No, that's fine. Don't watch them then. But all I'm saying is the Guardians tend to be one of those teams that they would rather every year be really, really competitive and then hope one year they just catch lightning in a bottle. I think that's how the Bengals front office operates in a different salary cap sphere with the NFL ecosystem, whereas other teams that you see, like certainly the Browns, they just shoot themselves in the foot constantly. It feels like the Bengals of late, they never really shoot themselves in the foot. They don't do something massively stupid, but they rarely push all in. This offseason, it did feel like that's about as all in as you're going to get from this Bengals front office. Would we agree with that?
Yes.
Go out and get Dexter Lawrence, all that stuff.
Yep.
This is them saying all the chips are in on this year. We're going to try to see what we can do.
I've given Bengals fans a lot of crap for winning the offseason and being excited about it, but the reason why they are is because this is not what they normally do, to your point.
Right.
I understand that Bengals fans are super excited that they took some swings and they're pushing this year for a Super Bowl, not worrying about the cap situations from years to come. And they're all in with Dexter Lawrence and T. Higgins and Jamar and obviously Joe Burrow. So I understand Bengals fans' excitement. So we'll see if the swings they took, if they're hits or if they're misses.
That's a different story. And that is another frustration that people have is when you only take a swing once every few years, when you don't do it, now you're like, if there's so much riding on this year for the Bengals because they all know everything could be different next year. New coach, possibly new quarterback. Who knows what's going to like that? You could be in that situation next year if this thing doesn't really go off the way they want it to. To the opposite point of this, though, look at what the Rams do, right? The Rams basically say we don't ever need a draft pick. We will use a draft pick on a first-round pick who won't even play for us probably this year, and Ty Simpson, right? Because they don't care about the first-round picks. They trade them away or they waste them, air quotes.
He's in development stages for whenever.
Yes.
Whatchamacallit.
When Matt Stafford's done. Yeah. But the point is with the Rams, they go all in constantly. They go take the big swings every few years. They have little to no draft classes. And when they do draft, I'm saying like they'd rather go out in free agency and sign guys. They'd rather swing trades to do that. And that has been a very successful model for them. Bengals are probably the opposite of that. So that's why this season is so important.
And another reason why the Rams are able to do that is because they draft well in the late rounds.
Like, yeah, they do. Right. They find guys.
They do it all well.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you could do that in Cincinnati, too, because of the salary cap. You could do that. But
I don't trust Duke Tobin to do that, though. I'm sorry.
And they don't want to, the Bengals don't want to have 3 years where it suddenly drops. You could have that with the Rams strategy. Now, it hasn't happened much with them, but you can have it where you drop off the face of the earth if you get that super wrong. Bengals don't want to ever have that again, so they're trying to keep it really, really good. Hopefully this year for them is the year they turn into some kind of greatness. The NFL's trying to clean up the game. You'll hear what they're trying to do next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Some better news out there for you this morning. We had a lot of crashes clear up not too long ago, including towards that west side, outside of Hilliard 270 northbound at Cemetery Road. All lanes are officially back open after a crash involving 2 cars. The same situation, an incident just left the scene 670 eastbound at Grandview Avenue. That right shoulder is closed. Just be careful. We're seeing some lingering traffic now extending towards 70 at Hilliard Rome Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Anthony Rothman here. Unlock your home's potential with a home equity line of credit from Telhio. For a limited time, receive a special rate as low as 6.25% APR. Visit telhio.org to apply.
Member NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at glakeshyundaiofdublin.com.
Inside or out, Billiards Plus has what you need for tailgating season. Fire up your new top-of-the-line grill for a perfect game day feast. Then keep the fun going inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Billiards Plus, the store you won't want to leave. Shop online or visit them on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes to fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
When you get ECO to fix your HVAC system, we give you back all the money you paid us to repair that old system when you finally need to buy a new one from us. Up to $1,500.
Get ECO.
ECO. All those extra years of service for free. On me. GetEco.com.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app. Available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Buckeye Replay this summer takes you back to some of the greatest comebacks in Ohio State football history.
The Buckeyes take down Minnesota in one of the biggest comebacks in college football history.
Hear Buckeye Replay this Saturday at 1 p.m. on The Fan.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Pretty quiet start to the day out there with a fair bit of sunshine to begin our Thursday. That'll continue throughout the day, partly to mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance of a shower or storm popping up this afternoon, but many of us will be dry. Lower 80s on the way. Mostly sunny skies for your Friday. Highs are back in the lower 80s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Did we ever settle on the fan poll today, Dylan? What were we thinking for that? Fan poll, of course, brought to you by JT's Pizza Pub.
I did not have one until I read Chris G in the chat ask, what is a successful season for the Bengals this year?
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that with Marvin Lewis had comments on Trey Wingo's podcast about how this is a big year. We all know that, but how he believes that the Brown family, they are invested in winning and they will spend the money, and they have spent the money now and they want to go win, whatever. I'm curious, Tyvis, what you think a successful season is for the Bengals, because I don't feel like just winning 9 games, getting to the playoffs, and then getting bounced in the first round is going to make Bengals fans very happy. Do you?
No, they got to at least make second or third round.
Yeah, I mean,
minimum. If they lose in the second round, it better be like last second field goal
to the eventual champs or something.
Yeah.
Like it better be something like that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand these expectations. Like, if they wouldn't have been opening their mouths the whole offseason, I would have been like, you know what? If they made the playoffs, fine. They had literally have not made the playoffs since 2023. So, like, for them to make the playoffs, I think would have been fine. But Joe Burrow specifically has put such high expectations on this team that I want to see what it's like in January if they lose in the divisional round. If Bengals fans are going to be like, you know what? We made the playoffs, mission accomplished. Or they're going to be like, no. Joe Burrow said that this team should win a Super Bowl, so I'm disappointed that they didn't at least make it to the game.
Here's what I would think the expectation is. I'm not a Bengals fan, clearly, but this is just what my expectation would be. Because you're saying, Dylan, why would they have these expectations? The answer is because they have Joe Burrow. And whatever you think of Joe Burrow as a quarterback, I tend to think when healthy, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league. If he is a top 5 quarterback in the league, then you should have the expectation that your team can be, not is, can be an every year Super Bowl contender. They haven't been that the last few years because their defense has been atrocious. They've had injuries. He's had injuries, all that stuff. But if everyone's healthy and that defense is fixed, why wouldn't you have the expectation that you could be a Super Bowl contender, meaning you're one of the best 4 or 5 teams in the league? That's what you should have as an expectation if you have a quarterback like Joe Burrow, in my opinion. My thing with them has been and will continue to be until I see it. I just worry about the corners. That's my only thing with them. And that is a huge part of it. Those corners can play up to their ability because the defensive line is going to be. If it's not better, then I don't know how you fix it. Right? You go out and get Dexter Lawrence, and it isn't any better at that point. And he's not the only one, but he's the biggest name on that defense. And I really want to see this Tacario Davis guy because I think he's from Washington, right? It's like the 6'4", 6'4" corner from Washington. Like that
That's what you want. I want to see it, though.
I mean, Dylan, I think we can all look. Last year, the injuries hindered whatever the Bengals were going to start to do. We don't know.
We don't know what that would have been.
I know, but there's a reason why Bengals fans would say we think we would have been pretty good offensively if Joe Burrow was healthy.
They were really good offensively 2 years ago when Joe Burrow was healthy and they missed the playoffs.
What was the problem?
The defense.
Okay. So what have they done the last 2 years? Obviously, they've taken swings at the defense.
He don't know why fans are excited.
They have Joe Burrow and a defense. And not just Joe Burrow, great wide receivers, great offensive talent. If that defense is even top 20 and Joe Burrow stays healthy, they're going to be a team that's probably going to make the playoffs and be one of the favorites to make a big run in the playoffs.
Okay, let's say they're just as good offensively as they were 2 years ago. Okay, that was a 9-8 team. How many wins does Dexter Lawrence add to that?
If the defense is fixed?
No, I don't know if it's fixed just because they bring in one player. It's going to be better. Okay, Boya Mafe and Jonathan Allen. Like, they're okay.
What do you mean, okay?
At some point, they're better than the dudes that they had before, but there's a reason why Seattle let Boye walk. Jonathan Allen, he's not in his prime.
No, but again, if you're adding pieces to a defense that you think could have some improvement, hey, they thought last year.
They're not saying some improvement coming out of Cincinnati. You got dudes saying that they're going to be a top 5, top 10 defense. I just want to see it first.
Well,
is that too much to ask for?
I agree with you that going top 5, top 10 may be too big of a stretch, but if they're the 18th best defense in the NFL,
that's not good enough to win the Super Bowl.
If you get the offense that team has had, it's going to be in the running.
I would love for you guys to find the last time the 18th ranked defense won the Super Bowl.
If they went 9-8 with the 32nd ranked defense, and they go from 32nd to 18,
they're not getting 4 more wins. They might get another win or 2.
Dylan, have you seen how they lost games? Right?
Yes.
It's been
2 years ago. Go look at those scores 2 years ago. I mean, Dylan, I'm with you that defense wins Tyvis, do you think defense wins championships? Of course, we all agree with that. No one is denying that. But the offense was so good 2 years ago when everyone was healthy that they almost won in spite of the worst defense, one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in NFL history. Certainly that year they were the worst defense in the league. So they still were, what was that record again? 9-8?
Yes.
Okay. If they had a defense that year that was not 32nd but was 18th, they probably have 12 or 13 wins. I'm not saying that means that put them in the Super Bowl and give them a ring. I'm saying if they found something defensively in the second half of the season with that defense, if it had just been tweaked somewhat, or if someone stepped up and made some plays, yeah, I can see why Bengals fans get there. Last year you throw out because Joe Burrow got hurt, but yeah, they didn't just go out and add a couple journeymen. They added one of the best, literally one of the most double-team players in NFL history in Dexter Lawrence. That's who they just added. That guy eats up the middle of your offensive line. If no one else can play on the Bengals defense, then you're right. They won't be able to take advantage of that. But assuming any of those guys are any good and are replacement-level pros, you would think putting in a game wrecker like him would change this defense enough to get them to top 15 defense. That's what they need, I think, to be a Super Bowl contender everyone's healthy on offense.
So to answer Dylan's question, in 2022 when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, their defense ranked 16th that year. And then the year before that, the Rams were 15th. Those were the highest ranks in the last 10 years.
You mean the lowest ranks?
Or lowest, whatever. Yeah. Highest, lowest, however.
You're saying the biggest number, correct, lowest ranking as far as they weren't top 5 or top 10.
Right.
Okay. But those are two teams in the last 10 years that have won it.
That was the two in the last 10 years that was over 10th.
But what do those teams both have in common? They had their quarterback and they had some semblance of a pretty good offense, right?
Yeah.
So I tell you what, that Bengals offense,
back to the argument. 18th, they win in the bowl.
I mean, I just threw a number out there, but
they win in the bowl.
It's not about the number. It's can they make plays when your offense has you up 31-27 in the fourth quarter and they're driving? Can someone get a stop? That's how football's won. So if they're statistically not 15th or 18th, I don't care. I just care Can you stop teams when your offense has done enough and you need to get off the field, give them the ball, let them run out the clock and get a W? They couldn't do that 2 years ago. Last year, we don't know what they could have done because half the time they were playing with an offense that didn't work because your quarterback wasn't there. So.
I just never in my life have heard of a team that hasn't made the playoffs for 3 years in a row trade for a defensive tackle and all of a sudden they're Super Bowl contenders. Right. This is the first time ever for me.
That's why. All right, so let's do that as the fan poll then. 971 the fan on Twitter. What do we want to say? What is the reason? What is it? What are the what's a successful season for the Bengals?
Yes,
is that what it was?
What does a successful season look like for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Did you come up with that or AI?
Chris G in the chat did. I just worded it.
Allen Iverson came up with it.
Actually, AI worded it a little bit.
What are we listing as the options for this?
I was going to ask you guys that.
I mean,
make the playoffs is my first. That's the basement.
Divisional round, championship round, have to win it all. Like win a Super Bowl. Maybe
okay, but I know we're making this complicated now, but if they win 12 games and lose in the first round,
disappointing.
Okay,
that's an entirely frustrating season for Bengals fans because they would say, we know we're capable of doing better than that. We know we're not. We should be beating a wild card team if you get 12 wins. I don't care how your division shakes out. You should be able, if you get 12 wins, 13 win type of team, you shouldn't be losing in the first round. That will, no matter what you did the last 3 years, that's all out the window if you go out and win 12 games. This season is in front of you. So, and they got guys who know how to win. They've got plenty of dudes who've been on that roster who have gotten to a Super Bowl before. So I would think that's where we're at. What do I have here? Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of news about why Shedeur Sanders didn't win the starting job. You will hear why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing delays all around downtown on this Thursday morning. 71 northbound, still slower over by Greenlawn Avenue right before you're hitting the 315, 70, and 71 interchange. You're looking at a 6-minute delay if you're traveling 71 in that southbound direction. So over by Linden right before you're heading downtown. So be cautious out there. Also getting really slow 70 in that westbound direction over at Kelton Avenue. Just have a lot of people heading towards the city. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Common Man here for Germain Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona. A brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Germain, get free gas for 3 months. And with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at GermainHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Internet, calm down.
The day one of these men answers an email in a timely fashion will be the first day they've ever answered an email in a timely fashion.
The internet is ruining everything.
This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or head to the YouTube chat. YouTube 971 The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis. Dylan not popular in the YouTube chat today.
Oh, not at all.
How dare you question the Bengals? Hey, look.
Oh, by the way, I saw a stat yesterday. I was watching ESPN. Bengals 51.5% block pass win rate since 2020, worse than the NFL. What did they do on their offensive line this offseason to improve it? Nothing.
Oh, I
is
didn't.
the answer.
Block pass win rate.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
They could run block. Okay.
No, don't get me wrong. If you don't keep Joe Burrow upright, it doesn't matter what you did to the defense because that's. I mean, it could maybe help you a little bit, but yeah, we're all. I think anyone who's looking at the Bengals this year and saying, do they have a chance to be really good? It's all predicated on Joe Burrow stays healthy and defense is massively improved. But to your point, if the offensive line doesn't do its job, Joe Burrow's not going to be healthy. Or if he's throwing off of his back foot all the time because he's running away from people, yeah, you're not going to get the effective quarterback play that you need out of him. So, yeah, trust me, it's not like it's going to be easy. I don't think anybody's saying Bengals just pencil them in for 14 wins or anything. This is a team that has made improvements to try to get back to where they were 2 years ago. Well, a defense that would have helped them 2 years ago if their offense plays like that again, defense should help them win some games. That's all.
I'm looking on Twitter, and I'm looking at this post, and this woman is asking sports and media people, how much money did you make your first job in the industry?
Oh.
And Dan Orlowski jumped in and said my first year or so, I got paid $0 and cost me money to travel and hotel stay. Dave Holmes jumped in and said he won a reality show, and ended up working for $27,000. Jeff Goodman said $25 to cover high school sports. Makes me think.
Yeah.
What did you get, Tebow?
When I started in media or in sports media?
Sports media.
That's probably not fair. I don't care. I'll tell you everything.
My answer is non-existent because I'm not a media guy. So.
Okay. That is such a cop-out.
I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
All right. When I started working at my first radio job, I made like $18,000 my first. Like that's when I got salary, had a daily. It wasn't like I was part-time, splitting time, any of that. I made, I think, 17 or 18 grand. Now that was almost 25 years ago. It was 25 years ago. So that still wasn't a lot of money back then. Yeah. It's more than it would be today, clearly, but still it wasn't a ton of money back then.
You know what mine was?
What was it?
It was when I started working here. I started off doing high school football.
Yeah.
Doing the color for that. And I think that paid me either $200 or $250 a game.
$250,000. Can you believe that for his freshman year? That's crazy. That's so good. Now, my first sports job, I moved over to work in Dayton. Now, I was part-time, so I don't have like a salary number, but I literally got $8.50 an hour for the 4 or 5 hours I did every day. And I drove from Columbus to Dayton there and back every time I worked there.
Oh, man.
So I essentially spent the money in gas.
And then you had to stop at Taco Bell on the way home.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I for sure did. Absolutely.
That's all
right.
your money right there.
Yeah. So, like, I made no money doing that. That was purely, like, I worked other jobs to bring in some income, and that was, like, one of my part-time jobs was going out to Dayton. But that was the dream.
Yeah, I also made minimum wage covering high school football and high school basketball as my first job.
I'll tell you, when I started here, my first paycheck here, my salary, when I first started as a producer, I think I made $35,000. That was what I was getting when I first started as a producer here. So it is way more than that now, thankfully. That is nice of them. I'm glad that it is.
Mine is still the same.
$250,000 a year. That's pretty for doing high school football games. That's
$250,000.
It's pretty great. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I saw this audio. This is from Pro Football Talk. Chris Sims, who is on with Mike Florio. He was talking about the Browns quarterback battle and why Shedeur Sanders lost out to Deshaun Watson. Now, I found this interesting because he didn't say, he started to say, I think this is what happened. And then you'll hear he says, no, I know this is what happened. Here's what Chris Sims said about why Deshaun Watson is your starting quarterback for the Browns.
And I think Watson probably took that, or I know. Watson took that approach a little bit more of, okay, I'll trust what my coach says and see what my limits are and do that, where I think Shedeur went, to your point, what you said before, I'm not sure. This competition's close. Let me just take the safe way out, check the ball down. And that's kind of in line with what I heard during the start of camp. And then, of course, we heard Chauncey Gardner-Johnson of the Bills kind of echoing that last week.
Is that what you've heard, Tyvis?
That Deshaun Watson took more risk in practice and Shedeur
played it safe and checked it down. You're the media member here, Tyvis. I'm looking to you to break
tell us
some
what
news.
your sources tell you.
So this is funny. Okay, so I don't know what my source. First of all, I've been to practice 2 times, so that's totally different. I think that when I look at them practice, I thought that a lot of stuff was very in structure. Both guys, I thought that Deshaun played on time, didn't really push the ball a lot down the field. I thought that Shedeur obviously did a little bit more than that. But when you talk about Shedeur, I think that if you asked anybody, what do you think he needs to improve on from last year to this year, you would say play on time, take care of the football, and not retreat in the pocket, all of those things. So now he does all 3 of those things, and now it's called he's playing it safe. That's crazy talk. He does all 3 of the things that you wanted him to do. If you go look at the ESPN tracker, he didn't throw the most picks. Deshaun did.
Yeah, but that's now he's taking now.
He didn't take unnecessary sacks. I think Deshaun did.
Right, yeah.
But all of those things that you hated him for that he fixed, now all of a sudden that's the reason why he's not starting. It's ridiculous. That whole thing is crazy. Like I said, as a Browns employee, I'm going to get behind the Deshaun train because I'm a Browns fan. I want the Browns to do good. And if they want to sit there and say that he gives them the best option, you better be right.
Well, you better be right.
You better be right, because the moment it doesn't look good, every Browns fan have all the right to question everything about what's going on inside that building, because there's film out there. Like you can say, back in the day, you could say Deshaun Watson is doing X, Y, Z better, and this is why we're going with it. And people would just have to listen to that. But now there's all 22, there's clips online, there's game footage, where you can literally go watch it and break it down for yourself and see that what they're saying doesn't add up. Yeah. To say that Deshaun Watson gives us the best chance to push the ball down the field and score points, that's a lie. We literally watched 2 games where Shedeur Sanders has actually thrown the ball more than 10 yards and completed the pass, and he had 2 scoring drives. One ended in a field goal, one ended in a touchdown. Deshaun Watson had 1 scoring drive that ended in a touchdown. So that's 10-7. That's a lie.
And this is a second-year player versus what, an 8th-year player?
Whatever.
However many years Deshaun's been in the league now. Like, I'm just saying, the idea that if they're close or even, it should somehow go to Deshaun because he took more chances in practice.
Yeah, that makes no sense. He took more chances that resulted in interceptions.
It feels like, and I'm not trying to rip Chris Sims here, but it does feel like he's doing a little bit of like washing of this story up for whoever at the Browns was his source, who wanted this narrative out there that like, yeah, Shedeur didn't take as many chances. To your point, Tyvis, that's the whole thing they wanted him to stop doing.
Exactly.
So if that's what he's being told, that just again speaks to the dysfunction. I know they hate that word up there. The dysfunction in that building. I genuinely don't know what the plan is up in Cleveland, because
the plan is that Deshaun Watson goes out there and he lights it up better than anybody ever thought that he would, and he wins some games.
How many games?
I don't know. Let's say they win 6 or 7 games. He's still hitting the door and exiting the building, and you're left in a position now where you don't know what you have on the roster, so now you're forced to take the quarterback because you just think you need a quarterback.
Let's play this scenario out.
Instead of just playing the young guy and finding out for sure that he's not the answer. So
this is not happening.
Makes no sense.
I want to be clear that I don't believe this is going to happen. Let's just play this out for a second. Let's say Deshaun Watson goes out there and the team.
They go 17-0. He throw for 5,000 yards. He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Right. But I'm saying
you can't have someone count $200 million against your cap, and that's literally what it be.
What they'd have to do is they'd have to void that. They'd have to, essentially he can't be on the roster. You'd have to release him. That's not happening. Like he's not going to be on the roster. I'm just saying, if he goes out and they win like 10 games with him, or something like that, where they actually could possibly make the playoffs, that feels good in the moment. But like you said, Dylan, they can't bring him back. I don't see a scenario where that would make sense, even if he did something like that. And if the Browns do get to a point where they could win 9 or 10 games with him, how is that going to be? It's going to be one of those seasons where they probably catch 4 or 5 teams with a big injury. They win by a field goal or last second or very close games. And they would be the number 1 regression candidate the next year that like, oh yeah, their record's not as good as you thought they were last year. Like, even in your best case scenario with Deshaun Watson, a realistic 9 or 10 win possibly, and I say realistic meaning like the thinnest of realities, it's still not going to put you in a spot. The best thing for you to do is either find out that Shador's the guy or lose the most games and get the number 1 pick so you can figure out your quarterback situation one way or the other. The plan they're doing now does neither of those things, other than maybe you lose the most games. But if that's the point, why not do that with the guy who is your potentially might find it and might be the guy, and you don't have to use a first-round pick on a quarterback if Shador ends up being that dude. It makes no sense to me.
A lot of people think that money don't play a part into it, but there's
no other explanation.
The NFL is a business, and money always plays.
There's no other explanation for it. All right, we'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
2 crashes now into our newsroom. The first one just south of Grandview Heights. It's affecting that 670 westbound ramp to 315 northbound. That right shoulder is closed for drivers. Also, not too far away, also heading downtown, there is a crash 70 westbound, so it will affect those east side drivers. As soon as you're passing Kelton Avenue, you will see that right lane that's blocked out there. 6 miles per hour when it comes to your speeds. Backups even passing 70 and US 33. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetics 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
During COVID, Amy Acton shut down Ohio and banned people from visiting their loved ones in nursing homes. As a result, more seniors died in Ohio than any other state in the Midwest, and they passed away all alone, leaving Ohio families devastated, including Linda Caudill's family.
I had to put my mother in a nursing home because she had fallen. A few weeks after that is when Amy Acton shut down the state. My mother didn't understand it. It traumatized her. She didn't know why her family couldn't come visit her. 2 months later, she died. Amy Acton is to blame for this. What happened to my mother happened to a lot of seniors. It happened to a lot of families. Many people died as a result of this, and it shouldn't have happened. I will never forgive Amy Acton for what she did to my family. Ohio can't afford liberal Amy Acton.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. G-Lakes Hyundai of Dublin.com.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Steve Air with USA Insulation. Let's do some quick math together. Your energy bill this summer, probably one of the highest you've ever paid. Now imagine that same bill all winter long. That's what you're going to be looking at if you don't fix your insulation. You can still get the best deal of the year. We foam your walls, we insulate your attic for free. That ends August 31st. You don't want to miss it. The insulation pays for itself in energy savings. Call before August 31st for your free attic insulation. 529-2440 or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
As summer starts winding down, it always seems to happen the same way. The backpacks are packed, the school forms are signed, and suddenly the calendar fills up faster than you ever expected. Between the last-minute appointments, school shopping, and getting everyone back into a routine, it's easy for those projects around the house to keep getting pushed to next weekend. Here's the good news. Your roof doesn't have to be one of them. At Newman Roofing, our team of value-driven professionals makes the process simple. You'll get honest answers, clear communication, and recommendations built around your home's needs. No sales pitches. Whether it's a new roof, siding, or gutters, we'll help you check it off your to-do list with the kind of white glove service that's earned the trust of families across Central Ohio for more than 30 years. So instead of worrying about your home, you can spend what's left of this summer making memories with the people who matter most. Newman Roofing, built around family. Ours protecting yours. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Join our degenerate gambler Steve Biddle at Scotty Vegas every Sunday morning at 9 for On the Money.
Presented by Krieger Ford. Your best bet for a new car or truck. Visit Krieger Ford on Morse Road today or go online at KriegerFord.com. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, a guy who's a very hard worker also, has worked his way up in this industry. Eric Reeser.
Oh, no, Baker's in the other room.
I posed a question.
Also, Dylan, I hate the Bengals, too.
Yeah.
Go Browns.
Hey.
How we doing?
I posed this question. I've seen on Twitter that it was a lady asking sports media people what they made their first job in the industry. What was your salary?
Here's a fun one. I got paid in trade.
Oh,
so
really?
Gift cards, however, it was minimum wage hourly. So
yeah,
at the time maybe like $8.50, but so much of the other income I earned was from trade. So people had like gift cards. I remember there was Dick's Last Resort in the Arena District. And for an event, I got paid in like $200 of Dick's Last Resort coupons.
Oh, good. So you get to go there and get insulted.
Well, it'll amaze you all that it didn't work out in the Arena District. So a buddy and I went, and we maybe got through like $100, which tells you, we had a pretty good time.
Right.
But yeah, it was a lot of that. Radio's a very carny business.
It is, man. Like it's funny because we work at one of the biggest sports radio stations in the country. Mm-hmm. And yet, Common and Mike and I used to joke about this all the time off the air. And I used to have this, I'm sure you did too, when you first get into radio, someday when I work at a real radio station, this problem won't occur. Like we would have a problem with our board wouldn't work right when I worked at other stations, or the computer would freeze in the middle of like an important segment, or there would be no one to fill in on a Saturday. And so you'd have to do like 9 straight hours of whatever you did. And that just seemed like, well, when we get to a real radio station, this won't happen. And then you get to places like this. And again, this is one of the best jobs I think I'll ever have in my life. The amount of like we have good insurance, we have all this good stuff. It's still, there is no such place as a real radio station because the same goofy crap that happens at these other places happens here too.
Doesn't exist.
That's
it's a fantasy scenario of they'll pay a living wage. I'll be treated right. We'll have all the amenities we could possibly have, and we'll still get to do this job. All of that doesn't exist, and you're finding few and far between industries, especially ones that cover sport or the media in general that don't have everything.
Oh, even if people, I'm sure, think, well, what if you went and worked at ESPN? Insert laugh here.
You'll get laid off
because that's always the dream.
Get laid off so that they can pay Pat McAfee and Stephen A more money. That's what you get there. But you do all the work to make those guys look good, and then those guys.
Well, if you go to ESPN, you should be working on like a separate podcast or something while you're there because it's not if, it's when.
So I hear that a lot is you've got to be doing other things. My pushback would be, where do you have the time if you're spending so much working for the worldwide leader? And then are you just in a regular week spending 7 days working? All right, you're in your 20s, your 30s, you have that energy, but then where's the rest of your life going?
Right. Yeah.
And then when ESPN fires you in your 30s, you've got nothing else to show from it. Because industries like us, there's really no one-to-one parallel to other industries. Like I couldn't take my radio resume and go over to another company like Huntington in town and be like, here's what I can provide. They'd be like, I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, they're like, oh, congratulations. You know what a dad is and a DAW is and all these other things.
Life you talking
I can do a sports update. Well, yeah, we don't need that here.
Well, and let's all be clear. I don't think any of us is complaining and saying this job sucks or anything like that. We all realize we got really lucky to get to do stuff
We're
like
very
this.
fortunate to do this.
But if you think the idea is like, oh, well, there's a job somewhere in media. If your name is Pat McAfee, your life is pretty cushy.
And I don't want to.
And there's other people like that too that are like living in that world. But then there's a lot of people who have a day-to-day job in media where nothing is like that.
I don't want to
not even
necessarily
close to that.
pile on Pat because starting probably Saturday, you're going to see him on every ESPN outlet 7 days a week for 12 months. I mean, he is kind of the example I threw out there where I wonder for Pat, and that's got to be a conversation with him and his family of the work-life balance, that if he's doing all of these things and he's constantly involved, I mean, he's a one-man, he's got a team, but they're a 12, 15-person content machine, and ESPN's just paying the money for that. And similarly with Stephen A., is he's working 8 days out of the week.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
How do you balance that? And so that's obviously something for them and their families, and hopefully they can manage that out. But yeah, I think what we're finding right now is so many companies are trying to figure out what the next 5 years look like and where they want to put their value into, that it's different all across the board. And that's similarly for other industries. Other professions have that because right now things happen so quickly. You got to wonder if you're ESPN, like where they took away the bottom ticker. Like, I've relied on that for years.
We took away the ticker.
Oh, yeah,
bottom ticker's going away.
They're getting rid of that for college football.
It does take people to navigate and to make sure that that's providing correct information.
Probably because they have to pay someone, and there's probably a little bit of, we don't want you seeing other games on other networks that you might want to flip to.
They don't.
There's probably a little bit of
with
that
the same
too.
kind of value anymore. And I wonder, does CBS Sports Network go in that direction? Does the NFL? Does NBC go in that direction? So we're all trying to figure this out on the fly, and there isn't a right way to bake this cake. They're just hoping that when it does come out of the oven, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely right. What's coming up on the show today, Reese?
We'll do some of that, of what we just did. Are you really going to miss the Pro Bowl? The Big 12 saying no professionals, but Texas Tech saying hold our beer again. Tim May is going to join at 10:30. We normally have him Fridays at 10:30. Paul Feinbaum is going to be on Friday at 10:30. If any week you're going to have Paul on, it was probably going to be this week, so we did a little switcheroo with Tim and Paul. And then the sideline reporter for the Chiefs Radio Network, whose name escapes me currently, he'll be on at 11:30 as our NFL two-a-days goes to the AFC West.
To things we learned today, that if you go pay a woman of the night, they take Klarna.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they Venmo, Cash App at this point.
We got a voicemail of someone who
carries
said they were.
Does Jet York really have cash on him?
Yeah, he did. I saw that they had.
Did
they
he have
put
like a wad of cash?
They put the video out of the police when they arrested him, and they said, "Look at all the cash this guy has." And then one of them said, "Yeah, he says he does real estate. Man, this guy's got a whole bunch of money." And it's like, oh, if only you knew how much real estate that man actually owns. It is next
Stop
to
disparaging trailer parks. He just got pulled over there.
He just got pulled over there.
I
That's not
wasn't
what he
where
did.
the deal was going to go down, allegedly.
Right. Bishop and Friends coming up next, 9 to noon, right here on the Fan. Thank you, Reese.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Of course, sad week here for celebrity passings. Tim Curry passed away, English actor, also at the age of 80. We lost Dolly Parton this week. We've lost Tim Curry now. Tim Curry, I think it's interesting to figure out where you come in on Tim Curry as an actor, what movie you most associate with him with. See, Home Alone 2, being the
Muppet Treasure Island.
Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
I love you. Yes, that's a great scene. He was great in that movie. Muppet Treasure Island, where he was an honorary Muppet. He did a fantastic job in that.
He was so good as Long John Silver.
Yes, but then you can go back to Rocky Horror Picture Show, which he started in the theatrical production of that and then was brought into the movie. So, that kind of launched his career. A lot of people have an affinity for that movie. And then also the It adaptation, the TV version of It. He was, of course, Pennywise. So, yeah, R.I.P. to Tim Curry, one of the other great performers we lost this week. Sad to say. That's it for us. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the road's still looking busy out there. That includes on the north side, 270 in both directions over at State Route 315. Same situation over by Reynoldsburg on the east side, 70 westbound. You will see some delays for you, unfortunately, just west of State Route 256. Lastly, the worst of the worst, the slowest of the slow is 71 in that northbound direction at Greenlawn Avenue. Just expect more traffic and more cars out there as you make your way Parkway downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Have a great day.
This is Gordon Miller from